Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams Football on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can watch or listen from any device. Rams Football on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Football is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Banterra Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Football. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good evening to Football Friday night for Cahokia. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Landers Collision Center's pregame show as the Mount Vernon Rams with their 2-1 South 7 Conference mark on the line against the Cahokia Comanches. They also 2-1. 2-4 overall, both wins coming in conference play. Of course, beat Centralia last week 38-6. Got beat by Carbondale the week prior 28-20, but did beat Marion 28-21. So we have a log jam atop the conference. Marion also 2-1. They host the aforementioned Centralia Orphans here tonight. Of course, this is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes and details them all. 1-888 Landers. That's 1-888 Landers. Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem are direct repair facilities. Let them do all the work. Just take your car to Landers Collision Centers next time you should have an accident. So glad to be here with you tonight. Of course, we'll talk about the Rams head football coach Jared Shaner here in just a moment. We'll air Saturday's interview from the Saturday Sports Show. But, DC, here we are tonight in Cahokia. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful night for high school.
Well, it's been a wonderful evening here in Cahokia. A lot different than it was a year ago when it was raining and blowing and cold and muddy and wet. These two teams battled out at Mount Vernon in a sloppy track. But wonderful weather here this evening in the second full weekend of October. Gotta love this weather and a great matchup between two schools. Mount Vernon trying to get another win and get toward the playoffs. Cahokia trying to keep their playoff hopes alive tonight with a win at home.
That they are. And the Rams, of course, as Danny said, they do become playoff eligible. As of right now, they are 4-2 with 32 playoff points. They project the cutoff to be somewhere around the area of 38 or 39 or just under 40. So Rams, ideally, if they can get that 5 wins, you would consider that they should get above the 40 plateau, maybe even close to 50, would ideally be in the postseason with a win tonight or next week or even a week 9. Obviously, you want to have more than that. We'll tell you how that can happen. We talk with Jared Shaner coming up here on the on the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll take a quick break. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe Davey Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Yes, you can.
What do you get when you combine the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year with the best incentives in market during the only true truck month? Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. You get deals that are too good to pass up and a large selection that won't last long. Just when you think the deals could not get any better, try 0% financing for up to 72 months on Rams. Wait, I'm not done. That's 0% financing for up to 72 months, plus $2,000 cash back on new 2013 Ram Quad Cabs, Crew Cabs with the Big Horn, Express, or Outdoorsman packages. Take advantage now during the only true truck month. Come see one of our associates at King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or shop us online at kingcitychrysler.com.
You can count on us. Yes, you can.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXSports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
Welcome back to your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes and now details them all. Ask about free detailing for the life of your car at Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Back here in Cahokia, of course, we talked with Jared Shaner about last week's 21-13 win over the Carbondale Terriers on the Saturday Sports Show this past Saturday. Every week, 8:08 until 10 o'clock. Right here on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. Coach, of course, talked about last week's big win in conference play. We also foreshadowed this week's game, of course, right here at Cahokia. Here's Rams head football coach Jared Shaner.
Jared Shaner joins us this morning. Short of sleep, I'm sure. Coach, how are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys this morning?
You know, doing fantastic, and I have to imagine you're doing great. You guys rebound with a nice homecoming win against Carbondale last night. I know things in the first half are starting kind of slow, but how big of an impact did that weather delay make last night, backing things up until 7:37?
Yeah, I'm not real sure. I was really happy with our guys. We got in the locker room, and our coach's office took to our locker room there. We kind of went in and out a couple times, but the guys kind of got in their position groups and sat and talked about what they needed to do. So I didn't think the weather delay was a real big deal. I think, maybe focus-wise it wasn't great, but it was the same for both teams. I just felt like our slow start was, obviously attributed to putting the ball on the ground a couple times, and we recovered them, but just basically losing it down a few times and some things like that.
Well, and this was a Carbondale team, and I'm going to get to the point quickly, I promise. A Carbondale team that had outscored their opponents by quite a few points in the first half. I feel like you had to be kind of thrilled to go into the halftime locker room trailing only 7-0 at that point.
Oh, from a defensive standpoint, I praised the kids a lot at halftime. The coaching staff did. It's what a great job they did. Carbondale, I think, was leading the conference in scoring going into last night, and also in scoring defense. I was obviously not happy about the offensive production, but I just felt like 2 stops from our defense were huge toward the end of the first half in order to just make it 7-0, and then we just went in and made some adjustments and preached, hey, it's our ball, let's go down and score and tie it up, and then let's get a stop on defense. And we actually got the ball back again with a nice hit by Miles Pate on our kickoff team, and it kind of went from there.
Going into last night, you made a quote in a local paper today about not being able to see momentum, but you can know who's got it. It's kind of like the wind. You know it's there, but you can't see it. When in the game did you think the momentum switched sides and came to your team last night? A particular play or a particular moment?
Yeah, I think it was that one that I just mentioned. I think it was our kickoff. We got the ball the second half, went down and scored. It was 7-7. Then we kicked off and didn't even onside kick it, just kicked a hard line drive. And Miles Tate came down and put a good hit on a kid, knocked the ball loose, and we got it back. I'm going to say right around the 35-yard line. And I just felt like just right there, the tables kind of turned in our favor a little bit. We went down and scored. And from that point on, we gave up one more score, but I just felt like we were in control at that time.
In control. And last night I thought Carbondale, didn't do a lot of things. They came in with the reputation of being a pass-first team, throwing the ball everywhere. Came out early and ran the football quite a lot. Did you figure on that going on, or were you expecting more passing early on from the Terriers?
Well, I knew that, the Gatsby kid is a big, strong kid. They're running back, number 9. Coming into last night, he outrushed all of our kids in terms of statistics. I think going into last night, he had 600 and some yards rushing. They did. They just kind of pounded the ball quite a bit, and we're having some success with it. And when they did throw it, I just felt like our secondary played so much better than we had been. Made some breaks on balls, had a couple nice hits, kind of jarred a couple loose, and they just did a good job for us.
Defensively speaking for your team after 6 weeks, lots of improvement, gotten much better. How do you see the progression of your defense through the first 2/3 of this season?
Well, I think last night was definitely a big step in the right direction, and as a coaching staff, we kind of changed philosophy going into this week. Didn't change alignment or assignment, anything like that, but the last couple of weeks we kind of looked at the offense and what they were doing, and we started the game with kind of what are called automatics, and basically, hey, if they get in this formation, here's what they like to do, and this is what we're going to do automatically to it. And as staff, we just kind of decided last week that, hey, we weren't going to do that. We were going to line up in our base defense. Coach Kessler called the defense for us and was doing a nice job, and he was going to, put some pressure on them if he felt like they were going to pass, and he was going to load up the box if he felt like it was a run situation. And obviously last night that worked out a lot better for us. And, again, the kids just did a great job for us on the field.
A great job for sure. And again, tonight, homecoming, and it's been a big week for all the kids up and down. How much sweeter is it as a staff and team that you get this win on homecoming and you can be a happy homecoming tonight?
Oh, it's huge. I told the kids starting last Saturday, from a competitive standpoint, and when you're a football player, a football coach, all the little things of homecoming week, they're nice and fine. But ultimately, we kind of talk to them every day this week. My quote to them was, homecoming sucks if you don't win the football game. It might not for everybody else in the school, but again, if you're a football player, a coach, a competitor, it's not fun to go to the dance if you got your tail kicked the day before. So I know our kids, they deserve it, and they should have a good time at the dance tonight.
Turning the page to Week 7, obviously every game is important. This one is the next biggest one on the schedule. At Cahokia next week, obviously a very difficult place to play. A Cahokia team finding their momentum at 2-4 now. Get a win last night against Centralia. What do you know about the Comanches?
Well, you're right. They are kind of finding their momentum. They're 2-4. They've won 2 out of their last 3. And the one that they lost was, they got beat by Carbondale by 7 points. So they're playing much better than they did early on in the year. And I think Coach Galladay probably expected that. They're kind of young. They had some inexperience. So I think they're going to continue to improve. Cahokia is a tough place to play. We're going to have to really have a good week of preparation and get ready to go there. And it'll be a battle for 4 quarters.
It seems like a Cahokia program that maybe 5-6 years ago, of course, had to rely on offense, and then if they stopped you on defense, great. They had to outscore you. It seems to be now kind of the exact opposite. It's up to their defense to create their offense, and that's how they get their momentum. Knowing how well that your defense played last night, and especially in that first half, and then making some big stops in the second half, does that give you a little bit of confidence in your defense to give you a little bit of an edge going on the road into Cahokia next week?
Well, I sure hope so. But the thing with Cahokia and the things that we'll stress this week with the kids are, one thing you're always going to get, Cahokia always has speed. Obviously, they have a great track program and just a lot of athletes who are fast in space. And the thing that I've learned in just a couple of years here is that, you can have 10 guys do their job perfectly against Cahokia, and a 2-yard gain can turn into an 80-yard touchdown in a hurry. And that happened to us a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, my first year. I felt like we played pretty well, and they broke a couple long, late scores that just kind of broke our back. So, you've got to be disciplined. Everybody's got to do their job. And, like you said, our defense performed a little better last night, and I hope we can gain some confidence.
As a coach and a staff, obviously you can't simulate their speed and then the plays they bring to the field. What can you do in practice to kind of give your guys a taste of that, even though it's not going to be the same until you actually get over there and in a game to face a Cahokia team?
Yeah, there's a couple different things. Sometimes we'll put an extra guy out on offense and just give them a little bit more of an advantage. One of the other things that we do, you can't simulate that speed, that's for sure. But what we can do is when we give it to one of our kids, if we've got a poor angle or, we're just barely making a tackle, we just stop and emphasize the fact that on Friday that's not going to be a tackle. We're giving, one of our JV running backs the ball, who's obviously not the same caliber as a starting running back, varsity kid for Cahokia. If you're taking a poor angle on our JV running back and making an arm tackle, then you're probably not even touching the guy on Friday night. So we just really stress that. And then the other thing you have to do against them, like I said, is we'll do a couple of, 2 whistle drills this week where everybody's got to get to the ball. The first guy wraps him up, and then the the whistle blows, the play keeps going until 11 guys are surrounding it.
You mentioned the word stress, and that kind of goes along with our WMIX Sports social media question of the week in relieving your stress, even though it's the heart and heat of the football season. Our question this week is, what is your favorite vacation spot?
That's a tough one. I'll tell you, to be honest, I don't really take vacation. In the summertime, we do football, and I don't know that I have a single spot. I'll tell you what I do enjoy is I've got a great wife and kids at home. I usually get about 3 or 4 days at the beginning of August, and we like to just go somewhere. We don't go very far, but whether it be St. Louis or Indianapolis or maybe up to Chicago, we try to maybe catch a zoo, something for the kids to do, and then just go to a hotel and swim a little bit and get away. So no one particular spot. I'm not a big vacation guy, but I sure do enjoy those few days in August where we just get away and relax.
Well, I can tell you right now, it won't be a vacation-like atmosphere heading to Cahokia next week, but certainly seems like with the way the conference has gone, certainly a possible win for the Mount Vernon Rams next week at Cahokia. Good luck to the Rams next week against the Comanches, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
That was Jared Shaner on the Saturday Sports Show this past week, and glad to have him each and every week on the Saturday Sports Show. Again, it's after the 8 o'clock news each and every Saturday morning here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Plenty more coming your way on the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We'll talk about tonight's game. It's the Mount Vernon Rams and the Cahokia Comanches. It's a critical South 7 Conference showdown. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist John Fear. Look at your next rad weather. Mostly clear for tonight, down to 53. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, nice and warm. The high up to 80. Mostly clear and mild tomorrow night, down to 56. Then Saturday, very warm with tons of clouds and sunshine. An afternoon shower thunderstorm. The high up to 82. And some sunshine for Sunday. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 33 years, and many are priced under $10,000. Plus, most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, call 244-4582.
Expensive to get back into shape? Not anymore. Rend Lake College's new fitness center is only $53 per semester. They've also thought of everything with universal machines, free weights, treadmills with dedicated TV screens, ellipticals, and more. Qualified dance instructors are also available. Or go at your own pace with DVDs that can be used in the exercise room. Best of all, it's open 7 days a week. Check out the Rend Lake College Fitness Center in the Marketplace off Potomac Boulevard in Mount Vernon. Or log on to rendlakecollege.edu/fit center.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside here on the Landers Collision Center's pregame show. We just talked to Mount Vernon Rams head football coach Jared Shaner about tonight's game and taking a look at both teams as they warm up right now as you look on WMIXsports.com. It's going to be a little bit different Comanche team than we've seen probably over the past 5-10 years. Normally getting the pass-heavy team with a lot of running capabilities as well, but having looked at statistics from box scores and having seen some video archives, knowing that this is a Comanche team that runs the ball a little bit more now.
A little bit more, and obviously from the stats, they've only thrown the ball 44 times in 6 games. In this day and age, with the spread offenses, the pistol, and otherwise, that's a low number. And you look at the rushing attempts, well over last week against Centralia, well over 45 attempts rushing against the Orphans in that win. So this is not the Cahokia team that a lot of people have become to know under Antoine Galladay in his 12 years here. It's a Comanche team that relies mostly on keeping it on the ground, 1-2 passes a week on average completed. And it's a team that Mount Vernon will have to be ready in the trenches for because they're going to run the ball just like Mount Vernon will.
That they will. And if that's the case, of course, both teams run heavy tonight. Could be a game that ends a little bit earlier than the rest, but we'll still try to have the best in scoreboard updates for you all night long here on Mount Vernon Rams football. Of course, it is about 10 till the top of the hour. We'll start high school football action tonight. It's week 7 from Cahokia. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Cahokia Comanches are South 7 Conference showdown. We need to take a break. This is the Landers Collision Center's pregame show from WMIX Sports.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. WMIXsports.com. At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you hear the warm, inviting sound of a crackling fire, what comes to mind? A rustic campground? A cozy cabin? How about the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center? Our new family lounges feature a lot of comforts you might not expect. Things like this. No, that's not a babbling brook or serene stream out in the countryside. It's a 2-story waterfall located right here at Good Samaritan. And that's not the only way we're raising the bar for patient comfort. We've added lush healing gardens, as well as wall after wall of beautiful artwork, all designed to create the perfect healing atmosphere. And if all this sounds like music to your ears, we encourage you to check us out. Chances are, we're not too far from where you are right now.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
Welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside from Cahokia. Tonight the Rams and the Comanches in Week 7 battle. Both teams come in with a conference record of 2-1. The Rams, of course, are 4-2 overall. The Comanches are reciprocal of that at 2-4, but have a tough non-conference schedule to open the season, of course, with likes of Alton Miller Career Academy, among others. And then coming to conference play first week out of the gate, of course, they get, should have been the Marion Wildcats, in which they won that game surprising Marion, 28-21. Marion comes back the next week and beats the Rams in overtime by a score of 44-42. And that's somewhat when we learned that we absolutely knew nothing about the South Central Conference and probably weren't going to know anything about the conference until Week 8 completes this game.
It's very hard to get a gauge on the Comanches early on with their schedule, as you mentioned, O'Fallon out. And, of course, St. Louis Miller Career Academy. Then they get the big win at home against Marion. They lose at Carbondale by a touchdown, then throttle Centralia. So very competitive, 2 out of 3 wins in conference play. And the way everybody is playing, the way everybody is so even and equal in the South 7 Conference right now, anything can happen. And as far as Southern Illinois goes, the top 3 games tonight are probably in the South 7 Conference, with Mount Vernon being here at Cahokia, Carbondale's at Althoff, and Centralia at Marion. They're probably the top 3 games around the Southern Illinois, as we like to call it, in the 3 conferences we cover.
Oh, easily. And you take a look at that Marion-Centralia game, and Centralia, of course, been on tough times since they lost running back Matisse Scott. Week to week, I'm told, but it'll be interesting to see how they rebound tonight. They are on the road at Marion, and that's a tough place to go play. They have to deal with Marion's pink-out night tonight. It'll be interesting to see how Centralia rebounds after a 38-6 loss to the East Cahokia Comanches a week ago.
Well, and Centralia kind of got run over last week. Of course, that game really was closer than 38-6. A couple of last-minute touchdowns kind of extended that advantage for Cahokia in the end, a lot closer than that. And, of course, Centralia is battling injuries. Cahokia battling a new offense. They're trying to do some different things. We see them throwing the ball a little bit here in warm-ups, going through a lot of running. But when you run the ball 45, 50 times a game per average that Cahokia is running, you're going to see a lot of pound and ground from them. And, of course, they're going to bounce it out and balance it out with some runs to the outside as well, as we've been told, seen on film.
And we will see here tonight, of course, also the South 7 Conference at Leonardwood University Stadium. So 2 South 7 Conference matchups in this very county, but you have Althoff and Carbondale, a pair of teams trying to rebound off of tough losses last week. Carbondale lost, of course, to these Mount Vernon Rams 21-13. Althoff got beat by Marion last week. And so both teams 1-2 in the South 7, along with the Orphans, who are also 1-2. And it's been an interesting South Summit Conference, we know, but it'll be especially curious to see how those two teams rebound tonight.
And it will be. I think Carbondale's that team right now. If you had to pick one out of the six, they're kind of the one wavering right now. They, with the chance, they lose at Mount Vernon last week. In a game they controlled for a long time. Then they have to get that bus and get on the bus and head to Altop. And that's a long ride. Now, Altop's the team right now kind of down on themselves a little bit. They lost to Marion last week. They're ready to do something. A team that went to the 2A state finals, the championship game last year. They're 2-4, and they have one more loss. They're out of contention for the playoffs. And that group, with the talent they have offensively, hard to believe they're 2-4. At home tonight, they're going to be fighting for their playoff lives, and I think Carbondale could be rolling into a storm there. And again, if Carbondale rolls in and wins tonight, we learn a lot more about the Terriers if they can go in there and challenge Altop there this evening.
Well, that's the crazy part about it is that out of this game, you're going to definitely have a team that is 3-1 in the South 7 tied atop the conference, unless the Trey were able to upend Marion. If something happens out of that Carbondale Altop game, the winner there is going to be 2-2. It's going to still be a logjam near the top. And, of course, going into Week 8 when you can throw records out the window with geographical rivalries, when you'll have Cahokia and Altop, Mount Vernon at Troy, and then, of course, Marion Carbondale on the Route 13 corridor. Again, won't know anything about the South 7 until the end of the fourth quarter, or the end of the game, I should say. The final scores roll in Week 8.
And that's the thing, is the way the South 7 is right now, it's so very balanced. And you look at next week, there's really not a gimme. Altop comes here. That's a tough place. Cahokia will have homecoming next week. Marion at Carbondale. Marion has played well at times. Carbondale at home has been very, very tough this season. And, of course, Mount Vernon goes to Centralia. And the last couple of years, you've taken the over in both those games with total points scored both times. So anything happen next week in rivalry week of Week 8 and South 7 play, and between tonight and next week would not shock me of any combination of teams sharing the South 7 Conference Championship.
Well, we're going to find a lot out tonight in this one. The Vernon Rams and the Cahokia Comanches will be coming your way in just a moment as we take a look at some of the other games going on in Week 7. We'll take a look at the river-to-river Mississippi right quick. DuQuoin travels down the road to Anna Jonesboro. Rivalry week there. Pinckneyville and Nashville, of course, and then Sparta travels to Carterville. And what we see kind of developing on the Mississippi side of the river-to-river tonight, you have the possibility for some close ones with some of the rivalries, or you also have the possibilities for some possible blowouts.
It's a tough get tonight in Southern Illinois as far as the Ohio division and Mississippi divisions are concerned. And you look at the Mississippi, DuQuoin and AJ, normally that's a big rivalry game. DuQuoin right now struggling, wobbling. Thing about that is DuQuoin's got to go to the pit at Anna. However, Anna will miss their starting quarterback tonight and best receiver in that game as of last night. So that's going to be a tough get. Anna's going to have to figure out a way to beat a DuQuoin team that definitely doesn't want to be the second one in 4 years not to make the playoffs. Of course, Sparta at Carterville, that's a kill-me game because Carterville will have that one over with probably early. And if Pinckneyville's at Nashville, that's probably the game of the week in the Mississippi. As Pinckneyville's struggling here lately, Nashville team's starting to find some grooves. Could be interesting to see if Nashville gets a win because Pinckneyville has a tough road next week with Carterville, and then, of course, they have an improved Dupo team in Week 9.
Of course, in the river-to-river, Ohio tonight, Massac County travels to Benton, Murfreesboro at Harrisburg, and then West Frankfort at Heron. And another one of those cases where some of those games might be pretty close to start, but it could also end where some of those games not so close.
I look at Massac and Benton. The Rangers should win handily at home. I look at Frankfort at Heron. Heron should win handily at home, keeping Frankfort winless. Murphy at Harrisburg has potential. Harrisburg's battling some injuries and other things right now. The key for that is if Murfreesboro can drive across 13 and go to Harrisburg and do some things, it could be a nice night for Murphy. Murphy's a 3-3 team that is getting better and better each week.
No doubt about that. Of course, we'll come back and try to get to sink the Black Diamond Conference in just a moment. We need to take a break. We will honor America from Cahokia. This is Brian Field. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. We'll take a break. This is Rams Football powered by Community First Bank.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers, asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Attention all Medicare Part D pharmacy patients. The annual enrollment period begins October 15th and ends December 7th. And the Medicine Shop Pharmacy is ready to help you. Stop by or call to make an appointment with Eric Black or Tracy Adams. They'll review your current prescription plan and help you manage your Medicare dollars. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
What we offer to our patients is to sit down with them and answer questions that they may have about their medications, really with the end goal of being to maximize their dollars, because that's, after all, what patients really want. We'll take appointments, we'll sit down with them, take as long as it takes to help them choose a plan that is effective at meeting their needs.
Remember, the good folks at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy are never too busy to take care of you. They look forward to understanding your healthcare needs and will focus on keeping you well. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
To call to make an appointment, call 618-242-8776. Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
Here we are on the road at Cahokia. It's Brian Field, Chris Hugo, and Danny Czerwinski alongside. Hopefully you just heard a portion of the national anthem here tonight. We're about ready for football action from Cahokia. As we told you, Week 7 South 7 Conference play. As the Mount Vernon Rams look to improve to playoff eligibility if they can get a win here tonight on the road at Cahokia. Of course, for the Comanches, every game's a playoff game at this point. They are 2-4 on the year and need to win out if they want to have a shot at postseason glory. Of course, Jared Shaner's Mount Vernon Rams come in here tonight, Week 7. And we told you, actually, we did not promote up ahead. We told you we might try to talk about the Black Diamond Conference. Not going to have time to preview their Week 7 games. What we do have time for, we're going to hand you the keys to tonight's game. Hand the keys to the game. The Rams headed west tonight on I-64. We're going to kind of compare it to the old Oregon Trail game that everybody probably played a little bit up back in the 80s on the green Apple IIc. The first thing is you got to have a plan, you got to execute, and you got to adjust to things. You know, on the Oregon Trail game, you had breakdowns, you had sort of boat sinking, you had power up, you had all kinds of things going on. You had to take care of deals, and you had to go on. Next thing is you got to navigate your trail or river carefully. No big plays, no silly turnovers. You got to be disciplined, especially on the defensive side of the football with the angles that Cahokia can take on you and use their speed to get big yardage. Reward or no reward? If you make the journey, you got to win. If you don't complete those things in front, you're going to lose. You're going to end up on the tombstone that showed up there on the Oregon Trail where you made a halfway journey. You didn't get the job done, but Mount Vernon wants to get all the way through. That way they can say they made it to the west and with a win here at Cahokia. There you go. Those are the keys to tonight's game. This is your Landers Collision Center Spring Game Show. Still your Central Christian Church starting lineups to come as we will meet the Mount Vernon Rams when they take the field here in just a moment. About to get it away from Cahokia. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasters. We passed the top of the 7 o'clock hour. Glad you could join us tonight. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. You can always find scores every night on our website at WMIXSports.com, along with video highlights. You missed that huge run by Drew Hester last week. Absolute level of player from Carbondale. You can see that highlight on WMIXSports.com. Unfortunately, Drew Hester now on the injured list with Braden Fitzgerald, both out for the season due to various ailments. Yep, that's part of it. You're getting to the time of year here, week 7, 8, 9. Bumps and bruises start to become injuries, and injuries start to become missing time, and all high school football teams will deal with this. The ones that are going to not make the playoffs, you see a lot more injuries and people out for the year. The ones that make the playoffs, you might see guys be a little bit tougher depending on what they have going on, and as this time of year rolls, as with any other sports kind of season, bumps and bruises show up, and unfortunately for the Rams, you lose two very good football players in that case, but when you lose two players like that, more people step up behind them and take over. North Jared Trainer told us last night that the Hester injury, of course, the length of time for that, if you're able to come back right away from it, would be if the Rams were to make a state championship game. If you want to do that math, can't look that far ahead, obviously. A lot of work would have to be done for the teams to get there. Of course, Braden Fitzgerald's, of course, out for a length of time. That would take him in the basketball season as well. Of course, our basketball schedule is tentatively planned. The Jefferson County Basketball Showcase, I don't know why I keep saying that. WMIX Sports Basketball Showcase, of course, will resume in November as well. Every game of Mount Vernon Rams basketball. Now that we have the coin toss put up in the field, we do have time to preview the Black Diamond Conference tonight. Probably the best game in terms of closest tonight could be CZR Hampton.
Yeah, that's a battle. Hamilton County has lost 20 games in a row. CZR coming in with Jake Towers at quarterback. As we see, Cahokia will receive the football. As Mount Vernon won the toss but deferred to the second half. Eldorado and Chester how many points can Chester score? And, of course, SBWW at Fairfield, that's a big game for the Red Devils. Johnny Hollis and crew trying to stay alive at the train yard tonight against a very tough Fairfield team in Week 7. But, again, CZR Hamilton County probably the money game of the night in that conference.
Oh, easily. And, of course, we'll go ahead and meet your Central Christian Church starting lineup for the defense. On the line, it looks like it is going to be Bryson Bowers, Trevor Schubert, Sam Arcuri, and Tyler Knudsen, your linebackers, Jacob Williamson, Andrew Heiner. And I am missing a guy. I'm missing a linebacker. We'll figure that out in just a moment. My apologies. Your secondary tonight at corner, it'll be Demontez Miller, Gray, and Jacoby Marshall. Safeties are Doug Gardner and Xavier Tyus. My apologies. I pulled out an old lineup.
No.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Been done before? No problem.
Not something I prefer to do.
I understand.
As we are about to get underway here from Cahokia, the Rams will kick off. They did win the coin toss, but they deferred to the second half, and rightfully so. This is a team, of course, if you practice superstition in the conference games they have played thus far, the team that has had the football to start the second half has won the 3 games the Rams participated in conference play. I don't remember before that how that worked.
Well, on a beautiful evening, sparse crowd both sides.
We're some Rams in their white tonight with black pants, solid black helmets on one side. Here comes the ensuing kickoff. And that is going to be out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Mark Goodhart almost came up with it over there across the way, but hands not in play.
I don't think he was expecting the kickoff. He was kind of standing over there and kind of in his own little world and kind of stuck his hand out. Just about caught it in that big mitt of his, but bobbled out of his hand, and we'll see what Koki decides to do here. If they make him re-kick or what will happen.
We will find out, and, of course, we take a quick glance at the field. Trying to figure out the case of linebacker. I would assume that it'll probably be Robert Greiner getting the start of the outside linebacker tonight in place of Drew Hester. And away we go. It'll be Mount Vernon Rams football for the Comanches. They start with the 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. The ball will be spotted between the hashes. Chris Hugo with Kenny Czerwinski alongside. Powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Just underway. No score yet. Out of the I formation will be the Comanches. One split off to the right with a fullback. Will be a pitch to the near side for Cahokia. It'll be Keenan Hogan coming up the near side on the rush. Gets to the 40. Still fighting for yardage at 41. We push back, and it should be second and about 4 for the Comanches on the 6-yard gain for Hogan.
Gotta wrap, gotta take angles, folks. If you don't do that tonight, it could be a long evening.
We'll see what the Comanches can do. And, of course, their quarterback is, I was told it would be Darby Perry, number 13. 11:46 to play in the first quarter. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside, as we told you, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Rams at Cahokia tonight, a big night in the South 7 Conference. Maybe we'll learn a little bit more about at least these 2 teams here. May not learn much about the rest of the conference. Of course, we'll talk about all the conference scores tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Show. There was a flag on the play. It'll be against Cahokia, and this one's going to go back.
So we wipe it out. 5 yards to Cahokia. It'll be 1st and 15. And we'll wipe that all out. We'll start this over again on this drive.
11:46 to play in the first quarter. No score yet from Cahokia. Mount Vernon Cahokia tonight, of course, Centralia traveled to Marion. Carbondale came up the road to Alsop at Lindenwood University Stadium tonight on a candy cane, sir. Comanches will go double tight, of course, the quarterback. Looks like they're going with session tonight. As this is going to be a handoff up the middle, it's going to pop loose, and it'll be down by contact. As the whistles had already blown. Play came to about the near side on about the 35. That'll be a gain of about 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 or so. Cahokia, of course, and they're all blues with white helmets and a solid blue stripe from front to back. Say more about Community First Bank of the Heartland and all of our sponsors throughout the night here. Of course, brand new bricks trimmed in white on those Cahokia uniforms, making it awfully difficult for a person with my lack of vision to see. But we're going to get through it here tonight on the road. Is this going to be a handoff coming up the gut here on the near hash? Good run by the Comanches. Able to see the ball carries against the 45-yard line. They think they have the first down, and judging by where the official is between the hashes, could very well be first down yardage.
No doubt, just a little power run off right tackle that time, and it goes for the first down of the game. I don't know about you, but it's a very uneven start here in this one as far as how this game's going to start with, if you know what I mean.
No doubt about that. That was Hogan on the run up the right side. We'll see what happens. 10:53 to play in the first quarter. No score yet here in St. Clair County, as the Rams are trying not to give up the big play, but that would qualify. It's put off to the right side would be number 8, Tyron Lyons, a sophomore, 5'5", 135 pounds. And here come the Comanches, tied on the left side. Coming up to the slot now on the right is Robert Mosby. It's going to be a carry for Hogan. He breaks for a run. Still on his feet. Past the 40. Now to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. And that is going to be a 54-yard touchdown run for Keenan Hogan. And Cahokia takes an early 6-0 lead. And these were the types of plays we told you about. The Cahokia, the Comanches could run. And that would be the difference in the ballgame for them.
And that's what Jared Shaner talked about last night when we talked to him. He was so very worried about big plays from Cahokia, how that could affect and start. Remember I said this game got off to a funny start, didn't have that rhythm? Well, that's what I was talking about. It just seems Mount Vernon heads not into this game to start with on the road here in Cahokia.
No doubt about that. And, of course, here come the Comanches, up 6-0 with 10:25 to play in the first quarter. It'll be McClatchery on to hold. Here comes the point after attempt, and it looks good from here, and it will be. It's 7-0 Comanches now, as the point after is good. Of course, attempting those point afters is Reggie Wilson, number 54.
3 plays, 65 yards, in about a minute and a half. And Mount Vernon right now, if they weren't woke up, they need to be woke up. They did not. And again, it's only kickoff and 3 plays, Chris. But it seemed to me like Mount Vernon was a little uneasy, out of the rhythm, just not in this at this point. Interesting to see how they come back into this now.
No doubt about that. And, of course, always bank with your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Member FDIC. 10:25 to play in the first quarter. A 7-0 ball game. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter for the latest in score updates. We are at WMIX Sports.
Well, that there, I mean, it wasn't anything special. Just a run-off tackle on the right side, and he bowled through a couple of guys. You could see another guy in the linebacking corps from Mount Vernon lose responsibility, go for a fake, left it open, one-leg tackle, Hogan gone. And again, Hogan's a guy that's really picked it up since Darby Perry's been banged up since the first of the year. Hogan's carried this team the last 2 or 3 weeks.
No doubt about that. On to kick off are the Comanches. That would appear to be Dontrell Flowers. This could be a scribber. The Rams have some trouble with throwing on it. Just shy of the 45 on the far side. That was a Ram in it. I thought it was Tyler Knudsen, number 50. If so, it'll be a start here just at about their own 43. That's where the Rams will have it. 1st and 10 from their own 43 ball in the far hash. 10:22 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Comanche lead here in South 7 Conference play. Let's see what the Rams do here. We'll get you their offensive starters in just a moment, of course. It'll be a double wing-back set. Split to the right side will be Jacoby Marshall. Quarterback Dylan Reeves will be under center. Your other backs are C.J. Lloyd, Devon Tesmiller-Gray, and your fullback is Graham Hinkett. In motion will be Lloyd. It's going to be a handoff inside to Hinkett, trying to break for a run. Gets past midfield. Dives on the near hash to about the 49. So that'll be a gain of about 7 to bring up 2nd and 3 for the Rams, trailing 7-0 here with 10:12 to play.
Well, the plan right now is there was some polite applause across the room for Mark McGuire. But anyway, the Rams' job right now is kind of drive into the ball, drive into the line up the middle, and see how the defense reacts early on.
We'll definitely find out. We'll get you the line information here in just a moment for the Rams. Quarterback is under center. It's going to be Miller Gray in motion. Inside handoff will come to Graham Hinkett for first down yardage. Past the 45, it's the hashes down to about the 43. That would be a gain of approximately 46 with 9:47 to play. Gain of, up 6. I was looking at the time on the clock. 9:46 to play.
I was like, that's got to be a record.
My thoughts.
Because, I mean, the way the pitch was, I was like, wow, I got to go back and redo some math. I didn't class.
Rams will split off Doug Gardner to the left side. On the right, it'll be Jacoby Marshall. Same backs in the set with the quarterback Reeves under center. 9:30 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 Cahokia on top. The Rams looking to strike here from the Cahokia 44-yard line. And it is going to be a quick carry, not much out of it as it gets to about the 40.5-yard marker. There on the far hash, the ball carrier, I thought, was Hinkin again. If so, that's going to be a gain of roughly about 3. We're in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. The all-new 24 teams arriving daily, especially the Fusion, the Focus, and the Party on Wheels, the Ford Fiesta. See them for yourself at Ford Square at Mount Vernon. Split left and right. Quarterback reasonably under center again. Lloyd, Miller Gray, and Hinkin are your backs in this double wingback set. Nobody tied at the moment. It's going to be an inside handoff and a good one to Graham Hinkin. Gets inside the 40. Forward progress, I would say, carried him to about the 38-yard line, maybe for a gain of 2-ish, maybe 3-ish. It'll be 3rd, 4, or 5 here. For the Rams in the first quarter, 8:34 to go. 7-0, Comanches on top.
Well, this is kind of how we thought both teams were going to come out and run the football, run at each other, and see what happens. And both teams right now kind of establishing themselves. For Cahokia with the big play, Mount Vernon doing kind of the hare or the turtle action of it, kind of plodding their way down the field but gaining yardage as they go. Or quarterback reads back under center. Stack to the left. Put on the right side. Reeves looking around. Let's see what they can make happen. 3rd and 5. 8:08 to play in the first. Need some yardage here. It's going to be a play to DeMontez. Gray trying to break to the outside. Gets to the 30. Now trying to cut, but his left foot was out of bounds. So it'll be first down yardage for the hyphen. And here come the Rams. Your center tonight is Tyler Bradley. Left guard is Alex Tompkins. Left tackle, London Marler. Swinging back around to the right, it'll be a right tackle, Eli Phillips, and a right guard of Josh Borland. For Jared Chainer's now for the Rams. That completes your starting lineups presented by Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Log on to thenewscentral.com to watch their Friday night and Sunday services online, as well as amazing ministry multimedia at thenewscentral.com. Reeves the quarterback under center. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams on the Cahokia 30 on the near hash. And that is going to be a run right up the gut for Graham Hinkin. Between the hashes down to about the 27. Gain of about 3 will bring up 2nd and 7. 7:50 to play. Just a fullback dive, a little trap up on the middle, obviously, in the 2 holes. The thing about Mount Vernon losing Fitzgerald and you lose 2 running backs, Hester, you have more guys that are going to have to get more carries. So that might be a little different what they've been used to in 6 weeks. Not a lot of carries early, but now you got to add those carries up, give more people.
7:29 to play in the first, trailing 7-0. Rams on the drive here. They're at the Cahokia 27, near the far hash, actually between the hashes. Reeves is rolling to the right side, looking for a dump-off pass. It'll be incomplete. Target intended for Graham Hinkin as he came around left to right. Was about the 25-yard line where it'll fall incomplete. 7:16 as the clock stops here in the first quarter. Still a 7-0 ballgame.
Very interesting call there. Of course, Mount Vernon racking up yardage in 2-down territory, 2nd and long. Had an opportunity there. Good play call by Coach Shaner. Kind of roll Reeves out, see what he can get done outside the tackle pocket area and get something done. Just the coverage was there.
Of course, side on the left. Wing back set here for Jared Chainer's Mount Vernon Rams. Lloyd's in motion. Going to get the play coming up the right side. Now behind the 30, now breaks forward to the outside as he's at the 10, 5, trying to break far corner, touchdown. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Rams, barring any flags to make it 7-6. So C.J. Lloyd gets a 27-yard scamper up the outside, and now probably gets the attempt at the point after.
Very nice. Just off tackle, a little stretch play. Goes for 27 yards down the sidelines for the Rams.
So just like that, the Comanches break for a big run, the Rams break for a big run. C.J. will now attempt the point after to try to tie this one up at 7 in the first quarter. 7:08 to go. Brindley College powers our video streaming at WMIXsports.com. Over 100 advanced certificate programs from which to choose. See which is right for you at rlc.edu. The kick is up. Looks like the hand may have gotten on it. And it'll hit the right goal post. Bounces off and remains 7-6 with 7 minutes to play here in the first. Sounds like a hand got on that one. Then it hits the right upright. And back down to Thompson. So that's how the break goes that time for the Rams. Trailing 7-6, they will kick off.
8 plays, 56 yards, in 3 minutes.
It'll be Lions back to return the far man, the near man, of course. Looks like Akins. He's a junior, stands 5'6". Combined, there they are. 10 feet 11 inches. So it'll be the quarterback, Dylan Reeves, the junior on the kickoff. Rams trailing 7-6. Could not capitalize on the point after attempt. We'll see what happens with 7:08 to go as we await the kickoff here from Cahokia. So glad to have you with us. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're also online with video at WMIXsports.com. Of course, when the Cardinals whether they win the World Series or whether they succumb in the NLCS. We'll be back with a simulcast eventually once their season is complete. It'll be Aikens picking up at about the 5. Now between the hashes, 20. Turning at 25. That's a big hit there by the Rams. It looks like in on that. Thought I saw Tyler Knudsen come out of the pile, and that's where Cahokia will have it up 7-6 with 7:02 to play here in quarter number 1. It'll be about the 24-yard line. The ball being spotted inside the near hash or outside from our perspective. Here in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Again, 7:02 to go in the first quarter. 7-6 score. We're on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're pounding the scores left and right as they come in right now from our main 3 focal points, plus some of the other conferences as well. Session, the quarterback's in their center, and it's going to be a handoff inside. The run will go right up the middle. Somebody came out of their shoe.
Right now, I don't know about you, but there's not a lot of resistance up the middle for Mount Vernon defensively. A lot of guys shying away. Don't know if with the injury situation, guys moved around, playing something different right now, getting used to it. But Cahokia is owning the trenches right now when they have the football.
No doubt about that. Mosby got a gain of about 8 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Cahokia. 6:30 to play in the first quarter. 7-6 score. Split to the right side. It'll be more. On the left, that looks like it is Lions from this vantage point. 3 backs in the backfield. It's going to be a handoff from the near side, looking for a run-off tackle. And there's a wall of Rams at about the 35 to push it back. We'll see where forward progress takes it. It looks like it's going to take it for Cahokia first down.
They're going to give him that first down, 3-yard run. Cahokia gets their 3rd first down.
They sneak Aikens in for a run. It pays off at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. 7-6, and here come the Comanches trying to strike for another big run. This rate, it could be a quick first quarter from Bryan Field. Branch football is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County branches in response to quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Remember, FDIC, split off left and right. This is going to be a run up the gut for Mosby. Gets to about the 38 on the carry. Maybe a gain of 2, maybe a marginal 2, or a good spot that'll take it to a gain of 3 to make it 2nd and 7.
Right now, you feel Mount Vernon's kind of gaining some traction in defensively at least, but they're going to have to shore it up in the front 7 or 9. You can't have this much movement by Cahokia up front for a team that likes to run the football as much as they do.
See what happens on 2nd and 7 here. The ball on the Cahokia 39-yard line, and this time it's going to be Satcher taking himself, looking to roll to the outside, gets to the 40s, and they step out of bounds at about the 42-43. Gain of possibly 4 to 5 at the 5-minute mark of this first quarter. The clock will stop. Cahokia on top, 7-6. If you're just joining us, they scored on a 43-yard run by Keenan Hogan. Earlier in the first quarter, Rams get a 27-yard run by C.J. Lloyd, both outside runs, and both touchdowns for their respective teams, and that is your score to this point.
Interesting game. You don't feel any rhythm or movement with this game. Just a lot of choppiness out of both teams right now. Favors Cahokia for sure.
No doubt about that. Out of the eye this time, it's going to be Hogan on the handoff, and he broke away from a tackle. Miller Gray will get the last pass, pushing him back out of bounds at about the 40. It'll be a loss of 4, oddly enough. And now to bring up 3rd and 7 for the Comanches as the clock drops below the 5-minute mark. Cahokia still on top.
That was huge right there. What a play. Got the stop early. Knocked him back, and then the defense did a great job of coming forward and getting the coverage on the tackle. What a nice job.
For the Comanches, Hogan will be... It's 4th and 7, my apologies. I missed it down. Cahokia on the punt. Gardner, cautiously optimistic, is going to wait and let it bounce. It'll take a Ram bounce back toward the 39-yard line where the Mount Vernon Rams will have it 1st and 10 from their own 39. 4:57 to play in the first.
Massac and Benton tied at 7 in the first. End of 1, Harrisburg over Murphy 7-0. It is DuQuoin leading AJ early 7-0. Sparta Carterville tied at 8. Now Carterville up 16-8 in the first. Fairfield over SVW 7-0 after 1. Mount Carmel leads Vincennes, Indiana 13-0. And Marion and Centray is scoreless late in the first quarter.
Scoreboard update presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him in his office. Look for him online at TonyWilt.com or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town. It's going to be a play off of a handoff, of course, to C.J. Lloyd. Looking to break to the outside on his feet midfield. Now to the 45-40, and he'll try to cut back. Some hyphen action there. Tackle from behind. Pushed across the 35 to about the 33. where it'll be 1st and 10 after a big run by CJ, and it's going to be about the 29-yard variety.
Yep, got around the outside, and once he gets running downhill, very difficult to stop him as he gets to the outside. Tried to cut it back a little bit, and here we go again.
What a big run from CJ, and of course, Jared mentioned last night, glad to have him back amongst the running backs. I wasn't quite sure what that meant, but he did a great job last week on point afters and made a couple of crucial ones to help give the Rams a 21-13 win over Carbondale. 4:35 to go here. It'll be 1st and 10 from the Cahokia 34. Ball in the far hash. Lloyd in motion again. And that is going to be the play they rely on. It's Lloyd trying to break to the outside. If he's lucky, it's a no gain. Maybe they give a good spot on it. It'll be 2nd and 9, but it sure looks like it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Didn't get much there, did he? It's a very aggressive Cahokia defense. Sometimes they're too aggressive. They shoot past on things. They shouldn't do that, but, you know, not bad.
Not bad at all, as it'll be Doug Gardner split to the left side. Tied on the right, it'll be Jacoby Marshall. Same backs that started the game, Miller, Gray, Hinkin, and, of course, C.J. Lloyd. It'll be C.J. in motion. Inside handoff, Graham Hinkin found a seam. Broke for a nice run. Looks like he got a dive in there up the right side. Shy of the 25 to about the 26 is where I see the officials mark the football. A gain of about 8 would mean 3rd and 2. So a nice run by Hinkin, who has been very, very effective at a fullback capacity for Mount Vernon.
Yep, done a good job getting back in the groove there.
Little sister plays volleyball. I understand both are on the student council.
Oh, but that's some arguments government wanted.
Graham follows us on Twitter. We're glad to have him at WMIX Sports. You should too. Let's see what Reeves does here. Who went first? This could go either way, and of course, it all comes down on who went. It'll be a false start on the Rams, as unfortunately one of the tight ends happened to jump first. So this will push it back to 3rd and 7. So no matter the hard count, it'll be 3:17 to play in the first, still a 7-6 ball game, as the Rams are looking to get on the board after a big stop against the Comanches a moment ago.
Well, heard a double whistle. Now we're ready for action.
See with the quarterback under center in motion. This could be Demontez. He's trying to break to the outside to the near side. He's at the 30, 25, still his feet, 20. Race for 15. There's a flag, 10, 5. He does get in the end zone, but I have a feeling this flag is coming back.
Coming back on the hold, and you can see
it's blatant.
It was blatant. Lloyd had a lot of laundry in the hands, and it's going to turn out where that flag is. It'll eventually be what will turn out to be probably a 1-yard penalty. No, it was less than that. Because where the flag is at, it's spot foul. We'll see where they put the flag. It's a 10-yard hold.
If it's at the 31,
it's at the 21. You push it back 10.
20. Yeah,
it's a 0-yard penalty. Yeah, they get 0 out of it. Yeah, it works as a 0-yard penalty.
You wipe away a possible touchdown on the play. Penalty on the Rams, 3:01 to play in the first quarter. 7-6 is your score. Of course, we'll have plenty of scoreboard updates coming your way throughout the night. In the meantime, you can stay appetized on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. So the Rams will split off. Gardner to the left side. On the right, it'll be Jacoby Marshall. A couple of wingbacks. Fullback will be Graham Hinkin with, of course, your quarterback, Dylan Reeves, under center. 3rd and 7 for the Rams. Ball spot on the near hash at the Cahokia 31. Trying to get some hard counts off in motion. It's going to be Robert Grider. My apologies. Graham Hinkin not going to get much on the play. And there you go. It'll bring up 4th down.
Right now, Cahokia up the middle is pretty salty. Not a lot Mount Vernon can do right now with them, and you're going to have to start blocking a little bit better.
Well, you go back to that run that was brought back on the holding penalty, and we'll see what happens. The Rams will go for it here on 4th and 6. 2:34 to play in the first quarter. 7-6 your score. Comanches on top. Split to the right side. Marshall on the left is Gardner. Reeves, the quarterback's under center. Looking to pass. He's going to throw a fade, and this is going to be well behind. There was a hook as Marshall tried to come back. No call. It'll be a turnover on downs for the Rams. Just a poorly thrown football to that right side.
Yeah, poorly thrown. Route was out. There, the people were wanting pass interference, but that was wanting a little too much at that time, and you're not going to get a call on that particular play.
Stops the clock with 2:22 to go in the first quarter. 7-6 Comanches. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 31-yard line. So glad you could join us tonight. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Love the shoes of Keenan Hogan. I'm all about fluorescence and neons. Out of the eye, split to the right side. That looks like that is number 8, Lions on the right. This is going to be possible play action. Look at that far side, and the Rams are going to get a big sack here and push back all the way to the 21 for a loss of 10. I'll bring up second and 20.
No fooling Mount Vernon on that particular play, and what a good job by the Mount Vernon defense to stay disciplined and take care of business.
Heiner, Knudsen, and company in on that one with 2:03 left to go in the first quarter. 7-6 is your score. Rams had a chance and had a touchdown run called back on a hold at about the 21-yard line. Demontez Miller-Gray did sneak in the end zone. It would have been a 31-yard touchdown run, but as it stands, the Rams later turn it over on downs and aren't able to do much with it. Bottom of the hour, we'll tell you, this is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. The Comanches are going to split off to the right side. This is Darren Roberson. Quarterback session will be under center. Into the right slot will go Mosby. It's going to be Hogan on the handoff, running right over the middle. Sniffed out. Can they bring him down? It'll be just past the 25 to about the 26-yard line. That'll be a run, a sizable run for Keenan Hogan.
Hogan come back.
Brings a 3rd and 13.
We'll see what the Comanches go with here. 3rd and long with about a minute to play in the first quarter. 7-6, the Comanche lead here in South 7 Conference play. Both teams tied at the top with 2-1. All with the Marion Wildcats who have the orphans tonight. Rolling to the left side between the hashes, looking to pass. There's going to be a flag on the play. The flag sits at about the 27-yard line. The pass is incomplete, intended up the left side. I did not see the intended target. I think it was Roberson.
It's going to be a hold, I think, on Cahokia. I don't know what else it could be in that range of field.
It is definitely holding on Cahokia.
Holding on Cahokia.
I would assume you decline this and go 4th down.
Yeah. You want to give him a chance to break a play here and then possibly break something off, and you want to make sure to get that football back.
So with 50.9 seconds left to go in the first quarter, 7-6 Cahokia, 4th and 13. For the Comanches, the ball on their own 43-yard line. Gardner's going to go back to return. He will probably stand between the hashes at about the Ram 40. Watch for trickery, but I don't know that it's that deep, as this will be a punt. This one's not going to get past midfield. If you're a Ram, you want to get out of the way, as this one takes a little bit of backspin. Finally, Keenan Hogan able to catch up with it about the 39. And the Rams will have great field position. 1st and 10 from the Cahokia at 39 on a punt that didn't quite get past midfield.
Nope. Kind of a little hosel rocket there at times off the leg. And as it is, it moves on down the road. Now Mount Vernon in prime position to get some damage and get some.
Vander Holyfield is not at the NLCS. Is he? A mutual friend of ours, of course, is right next to him.
I'm sure he is.
Hard to believe.
If our mutual friend can get a picture of Vince Scully, I ought to get close. I'd be impressed.
1st and 10 for the Rams from the Cahokia at 39. It's going to be Reeves dialing his own number. He's tripped up and manages to plunge forward for a couple extra. And now he is holding his knee. So we'll hope that he is okay. He's walking. He's walking a little bit, noticeably.
He's the difference between hurt and injured. He's still going over there.
30 seconds to play in the first quarter. 7-6 your score. Is a 3-yard run for Dillon.
I know he's probably not going to make the ball this time.
He's put in the match. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams. We'll tell you more about them throughout the night. Let's see what the Rams do here with 15 seconds left in the first. Down 1. It's 7-6. Put to the right side will be Marshall. Same three backs in the set. Lloyd in motion. It's going to be a play to Lloyd. The run's going to go up the right side. Bounces his own man. And then it's tripped up. Yep. The Rams have had issues with that thus far. And that is where the first quarter clock will expire. We are at the end of 1. Cahokia at 7. Mount Vernon at 6. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Rams Football from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back for the second quarter. 3rd and 8 is where the Mount Vernon Rams will have the football on the Cahokia 39. Trailing the Comanches 7-6. There's a couple of big first quarter runs. One from Keenan Hogan from about 43 yards out. The other from C.J. Lloyd from about 26 yards out. Of course, I am guesstimating on those. As the second quarter will commence in Comanche territory. Let's see what the Rams are able to do here. Dylan Reeves came up hobbling a little bit on a play that actually got the Rams their 3 yards on this drive. Let's see what happens here. Actually lost here on the second. Split to the right side, Marshall. On the left, it'll be Doug Gardner. The quarterback, Reeves, will be under center. Your wingbacks, of course, C.J. Lloyd, DeMontez, and LeGray, and Graham Hinkett. Let's see what the Rams do here. Lloyd's going to be in motion. It's going to be an inside handoff. Stepped out to Graham Hinkett. It's going to be a loss.
That didn't go much. You got to be concerned, Chris. I think the offensive line is not playing like we have seen it in the first 6 weeks. And Cahokia right now may be showing them some different things up front, different looks. And right now just cannot get any penetration and move them back at all.
11:30 to go. 7-6. Rams are trailing. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 11. The quarterback, Reeves, will be under center. Split to the right side, Jacoby. On the left, it, of course, will be Doug Gardner. Will have a flag on the play. Looking for the quick slant. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski, Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow brings you the video angles on WMIXsports.com. Streaming powered by Red Lake College. Find all of their 100-degree and certificate programs online at rlc.edu. Apply online while you're there.
It's just not a very fluid game right now for Mount Vernon. Little thing here, little thing there, no rhythm here. Very, very troubling right now for this Rams team.
Rams have certainly had some opportunities here tonight. 11:17 to play in the second quarter. 7-6 Cahokia on top. Gonna go for it here, split left and right at about midfield. It'll be play action. Looking for the quick lob pass over the far side. Doug Gardner will not be able to come up with it. Both players pushed off. No pass interference call even close on that.
Wow. Boy, the Mount Vernon coaching staff marching down the sideline wanting a call. Did not get it. It goes in an incomplete pass. And Mount Vernon turns it over on downs. And not panic time, Chris, but you got to be concerned because Mount Vernon has run the football, whatever the case may be, a lot better in this season, and right now just cannot handle Cahokia. And you got to be impressed. Comanches battling for the playoff lives, doing a very good job tonight of handling Mount Vernon on the defensive side of the football.
Well, the Comanches just 5 short years ago, the Jimmy Hunt era, players like that, all they had to do was go out and outscore everybody. A little bit craftier on defense now are Antoine Galladay's Cahokia Comanches. Showing their strength tonight. It's 7-6. Comanches will have the football. 1st and 10 from the Ram 44. Ball in the near hash. Hogan will be the tailback. 11:03 to go as we sat here in the first half. Don't forget your Second Chance Auto halftime show. We'll have your MVTHS minute as well as your Rams report. Get up to date on academics, arts, and of course the other goings on in Rams sports. This is going to be a carry by Mosby, and he's going to get a no gain. It took a wall of Rams to bring him down.
Oh, wow. And the Mount Vernon coaching staff very disheartened about that. They thought that was a fumble, and they were huffing up and down, and it turned into a no-yard game, but we have an injury on the field.
Certainly hope that everybody is okay. 10:43 to go in the first half. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside. We appear courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland, but we do have sports.
Yes, indeed. And Althoff leads the I thought you'd yes, indeed, like you do. Althoff leads Carville 21-6 late first quarter. Marion over Centralia into 1-7-0. Jerseyville over Triad 14-7 late first. It is Mount Carmel over Vincennes, Indiana 13-0 at halftime. In the River to River, end of 1. 7-7, Massac and Benton. Harrisburg over Murphy, 7-0. And Aaron over West Frankfort, 14-6. Second quarter, AJ over DuQuoin, 8-7. Carterville now all over Sparta, 24-8. CZR leads Hamilton County, 20-6. Chester over Eldorado Trifle 21-0, and Fairfield over SVW 7-0, and that's all the scores that we have as of right now.
Scoreboard updates tonight every night are presented by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Welch. You can find him online at TonyWelch.com. Look for him in his office on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Give him a call or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. That's Tony Welch, State Farm Insurance. We have an injury timeout on the field. 10:43 to go here in the first half. 7-6 score. The Comanches on top of the Rams by 1. The difference has been a missed PAT. I still contend it might have been partially blocked. It did hit the right upright.
Marion now leading Centralia to 1-7-0. Carbondale getting beat here to our east. That's bad. Now, Robert Mosby comes out, Chris. He's the guy, as I said, led the rushing for Cahokia in the first 3 or 4 weeks. Has not gotten a lot of carries lately. Notice his right ankle's wrapped. He's gingerly rocking on it right now. That's going to be a key if he comes out. That's one less guy Cahokia has. Mosby and Hope has been those guys.
10:43 to go here in the first half, and he is walking off with some assistance, but walking off nonetheless, and that is very good to see. Looks like it could have been a lot worse. Granted, we don't know the severity of it. We certainly hope that Mr. Mosby is okay. So it looks like we will see Akins come in, number 25. With 10:39 to play in the first half. 2nd and 9 for the Comanches. It'll be on their own 45-yard line. Ball spotted between the hashes. How the eye set now. The tailback, of course, is going to be Akins. The fullback will be Keenan Hogan. Try not to say minor. Coming to the near side will be Akins on the pitch. Ooh, gets to the 45. Trying to cut back at about the 46 and stood up by a wall. And there we go. Specialists will go, gentlemen. There we go. It'll be 3rd down for the Comanches. A gain of, we'll say a gain of maybe 2. That might be generous. It'll be 3rd and 7 with 10:06 to go ahead. Marion leads Centralia after 1-7-0. That's interesting. Marion team, wants to pounce on the Orphans. The Orphans, of course, had the perfect 9-0 season last year. Played their lone loss in, 11. Wow. Their lone loss, I believe, was the Wildcats.
Yes, it was. That was a classic matchup 2 years ago on this very week.
I believe we listened on the way home. As the quarterback session, look at the roll left, now throwing the pass. He's going to be given chase by Williamson. Ryder breaks loose and probably chuck him, but he could probably run. And this is going to be a team tackle. It's going to be a no gain after all that running. Up the right side, got to the line of scrimmage at the 45. Thought he could have had some chances to chuck it downfield and do some damage.
Well, he had a couple of guys open, and you could see guys in the middle slicing just in the backside of the zone, that if he were able to roll into his right, throw that football, just kind of float out in the middle, he would have had the ability to have a big play. Now Cahokia has it 4th and about 8 from their own 47, and they'll probably will punt the football to lead in field position, favoring them right now.
We'll see what Cahokia is going to do, as they will have to burn a timeout. They were not clear on that play. 8:50 to play in the first half, 4th and 8. On the 45-yard line. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams and the local community. That's Dr. Eric Black of the Mount Vernon Medicine Shop. Chris Hugo with DC alongside. We'll get you some scores here in just a moment. I'm guessing we must have a big update.
Well, one of them was Nashville leads Pinckneyville 21-9, late second quarter. That's a shocker. Big by point.
Big one for the Hornets, man. It's homecoming.
Yeah.
That thing does give some kids some weird mojo at times. As out of timeout, it'll come, and we'll see what the Comanches elect to do here on 4th and 8 from their own 45. We've seen the Rams go for it thus far on 4th down. Will the Comanches follow suit?
Now it's back to kick for the Rams. Gardner back to receive for the Comanches. Gardner back to the Rams.
And they are going to punt. It'll be Doug Gardner at about the 20, far hash. 8:50 to play in the quarter, and this one is going to be out of bounds. I saw it at about the 23. We'll see what field position they give. See if they're going to be the 23 or the 22. Should be, anyway.
Okay.
Not the wrong.
Had the Reno reach over.
That happens. Hey, you know what? It ain't no thing. Always love visiting Cahokia, whether it be for basketball or volleyball or, where are we, football? Baseball coming up, of course, in the spring. Love the old Soche Field. I love what they have done with the place over there. Always a nice trip over here, especially baseball season's a good one. Love that facility. Talking about that old-time baseball park. And, of course, I like what they've done with the facilities out back here, softball and baseball as well. The quarterback, Reeves, will take over. First and 10. He's under center. It's going to be to the outside to Montez Miller-Gray. Gets a nice block. Cuts back. He's at the 35-40. He's going to midfield trying to break between the hashes. 45-40. Still on his feet at the 35-30. Coming to the outside, near side, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, 78 yards to Montez Miller-Gray. Hyphen. Yep. That was it. To Montez Miller-Gray, ladies and gentlemen. That was pretty nice. Got out on the outside. Once he got in the open, made a couple of moves. It was gone to the house. The hyphen strikes again. The Rams get their first lead of the night, 13-7. Don't take very much time off the clock, but you'll take that play anytime you can get it. That'll now be the longest Ram run of the year outside of returns. Longest yards of any kind were 94 from Braden Fitzgerald on a kickoff return. The only offense, of course, Rams going for 2 here, and C.J. Lloyd is going to be stopped at about the 7, trying to roll right. So it'll be 13-7. The Rams on top of Cahokia, and Cahokia looks a little shell-shocked in that 78-yard run.
One play, 78 yards, 15 seconds. Run no good. And Mount Vernon gives Cahokia a taste their own medicine with that big play. 12-7 now as the funky scoring begins. Wow, that was quick, fast, goodbye.
That's all you can say, really. Or just, wow. We're at the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios driven by King City Chrysler Center, the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. That'll make you wow. See the all-new redesigned GC at King City Chrysler Center. Or if you go online at kingcitychrysler.com. I Googled the Jeep Grand Cherokee, oddly enough, today, and that's the first thing that came up on Google was kingcitychrysler.com. They should be proud. That's a big deal. No idea why I was really Googling things today, but be that as it may. 8:35 to play in the first half. 13-7. Make that. How's it 13-7? It's 12-7. My apologies. 12-7. The kick goes up the middle, and Cahokia trying to look for the return. This is going to be Aikens as he breaks between some tackles. It's going to be up to Reeves. He's at the 40. 35, cuts back, and just like that, Montez Miller-Gray will give chase. Not going to catch him. And this will be a touchdown return for Cahokia, and that'll make it 13-12.
Bang, bang. About 80 yards on the kickoff?
Yep. No flags on the play, and just like that, the Rams are going to get the ball back with 8:22 to go in the half. So just like that, the Montez Miller-Gray run is all for nothing.
You got to start over, and that's the thing you have to be aware of when you come to Cahokia or play Cahokia football. They are going to figure out ways to score, and they just did right there.
So here comes the PAT, and this one looks to split the uprights, and that is going to make it 14-12. So Cahokia is up 2 with 8:22 left to go in the first half. Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Member FDIC. Yikes. That'll make a difference. Second Chance Auto Halftime Show will come your way. We'll have the weekly Ram Report. We'll check in with all of the other athletics at MBTHS. We'll also check in with Arts and Academics on your MBTHS Minute. All coming up on your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. We'll also get you some stats and try to get you a full scoreboard from around the region tonight in week number 7.
This is, like I said, you just have an uneasy feeling at the way this game started, the way this game is going, the way things are happening. And right now, if you're Mount Vernon, you have to be concerned because you can feel the momentum and the confidence growing on this side of the field here in Cahokia.
14-12 the score with 8:22 to play in the first half. And see if the Comanches catch the Rams off guard here on the ensuing kickoff. Rams will have the football to start the second half. Maybe eat some time off the clock and see what the running game can do. We'll see what happens. As Flowers will kick off, back to return for the Rams. Marshall on the near side. He's going to come up, actually on the far side, will be on to Montez Miller-Gray at about the 15, trying to run right up the middle on a wedge. Won't get quite into the 30, but about the 28. For the Rams, will have it 1st and 10 with 8:14 to play in the half.
8:14.
8:14 to go in the quarter. In the half.
Okay. That was a lot of time. Yeah. Okay, you know the same thing I did then. Okay. Because I'm trying to keep stats and the timing's not working out right. That's why I'm kind of like, what? Okay. Boy, it's some interesting. Can't wait to have, because the interesting scores are everywhere right now.
Ball officially spotted on the Ram 28. It'll be on the near hash. 8:14 to work with here in the second quarter. As the quarterback, Reeves will be under center. Cahokia's defensive line ready to go. It'll be the Montez Miller-Gray trying to break up the seam. Left side gets past the 30 down to about the 32. If it holds at the 32, it'd be a gain of about 4. It'll bring up second and 6 with 8:05 to go.
You cannot panic in this situation here in Mount Vernon. You have went way too long, way too far. You cannot panic. You got to stay with the game plan, and you got to get something going.
See what the Rams are able to do here. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Say more about their 5 Jefferson County branches in just a moment. Doubles on the left. The Rams have a couple of wingbacks. Miller-Gray in motion. He's going to go up the left side, try to break outside. Does so. Gets to the 40 on his feet. Now he's in midfield. Needs a block. Gets one. Now he's at the 40. 35 is where he's brought down. And that'll be a nice little run of about 22 yards, I would think, for the Montez Miller-Gray, who's over 100 for the night.
Yeah, he's gone. He's going to get... I think he could have a pretty big game tonight as far as big yardage is concerned.
Looks like a little counter play to the left. With 7:30 to go in the second quarter. That's the first half to you at home. They'll take him to the Cahokia 35. Ball in the far hash. Split off right and to the left. That'll be Ilando Watson split up to the right side. He follows us on Twitter. At WMIX Sports, so should you. Under center is the quarterback. It'll be an inside handoff to the fullback, Hinton. His name has not been called a lot here in the second quarter. It'll be a gain of about 2 to bring up a second and 8 with 7:07 to play in the quarter.
That's an honesty carry. They ran Hinton on a trap up the middle just to see if everybody would stay home. That time Cahokia did. And their defense pretty disciplined tonight compared to what we've seen on tape.
14-12 is your score. The Comanches on top. The Rams went for 2 on that last touchdown. Did not get it after missing the PAT the first go-around. So 14-12 your score. Cahokia is 2 of 2 on PATs. Watson to the right, Marshall to the left. Quarterback Reeves is under center. Ball in the 33 far hash. And this is going to be almost a broken play. It looks like it's gobbled up the middle. It is. That's going to be third down for the Rams. Maybe a bit of a loss. Trying to go up left side.
It just didn't look good. You know what I'm thinking? It did not look good at all as far as how that play started, how it went, how it ended. Carbondale got back to within 21-14 in the second quarter. As this has the pace, it's kind of like everybody's wanting the spread go quickly, but it's a running game.
Yep. And with 6:10 to go here in the half, and this is going to be carry up the left side for DeMontez. Turns on the wheels, makes a nice spin move for first down yardage as he gets to about the 25, which would be exactly 8 yards. We'll see where the spot of the ball happens to be. They signaled first down. They do, and that'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. We drop below the 6-minute mark of this first half. 14-12 is your score. That was one good play by the Heisman. Make your own great play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Member FDIC. See what the Rams can do here. The clock at about 5:50 here in the first half. 14-12, down 2. 1st and 10 on the Cahokia 19, just inside the red zone. The Rams are going to spread it out to the right side. That'll be Ilando Watson. It's going to be a pitch to left for C.J. Lloyd. Gets to the outside. And dives forward, trying to get back to the 20. Wait, where's the ball?
And somebody was right there for Cahokia. What a good job. Linebacker that time fought off the blocker, jumped right in there and took care of business defensively for the Comanches. Nice job. Yeah.
It'll be 2nd and 7.
This will not be easy. It's like trying to find an L.A. Dodger hat over here, but we found one.
Ball is actually on the 21. It was never on the 19. 5:08 to play in the half. 14-12 is your score. My apologies. That'll be the quarterback, Reeves, at center. Should have known better. On the right side, it's going to be Jacoby Marshall. Coming around, it's going to be an inside handoff tipped out by the Comanches. They saw that coming, as did everybody else.
Yeah, that was one of those scout play, fight off, go. And that's what you're exactly right on that. They knew it was coming before Mount Vernon actually snapped it. Now, right now, Mount Vernon's got to go for it as far as going after it here. And that's the thing that Mount Vernon you got to do in that situation. You got to keep coming at it.
4:28 to go in the first half. Come up the right side out of this. Well, the timeout, Mount Vernon. This timeout's completed by the Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and the staff of the Medicine Shop, of course, proud to support the local community.
Interesting scores as this timeout. Mount Vernon goes to the sideline. Altop, as I said, leads Carbondale 21-14. Marion has Centralia down 14-0 middle of second quarter. Mount Carmel at Bone Vincennes 13-0. And Jerseyville over Triad 24-7 in the second quarter. Benton over Massac in the second, 13-7. Harrisburg over Murphy, 7-6 second quarter. Heron leads Frankfort at the end of 1-14-6. AJ now leads DuQuoin in the second, 15-7. Nashville over Pinckneyville, 21-9 second quarter. Carterville all over Sparta, 30-8. CZR over Hamilton County, 35-6 second quarter. Chester over Alvarado Trico, 21-0 into 1. And Fairfield leads SBWW 21-6 at halftime.
Those scoreboard updates are presented by Tony Wilson, State Farm Insurance. We appreciate Tony for his patronage and his support. 14-12, Cahokia on top here. In the first half, the Rams will have third down and about 8 on the Cahokia 23.
Harrisburg now at 14-6 on Murphy, and Jerseyville putting away Triad on the road 31-7. Now Benton over Massac 19-7 as they start to find some room in that second quarter.
So it'll be third down for the Rams. The quarterback Reeves is under center, split off to the left side with a man in motion. That's going to be the Montez Miller-Gray. Ooh, able to shake a tackle in the backfield. He's going to have just about enough to get first down yardage. We'll see where the spot is. That's about an 8-yard gain for the Montez.
Yeah, tough game. Tough yardage after the timeout. And Mount Vernon right now may have to go to the toughness factor if they want to try to get out of here tonight with a win. Third and short, now we've got a penalty. We have 2 flags, and not sure who's it on or whatever. It might be on the sideline because it was thrown at the coach, probably Jared Shaner, as he was on the field. And this is really going to hurt Mount Vernon as 2 flags came flying out at the Mount Vernon sideline. Dead ball foul and sportsmanlike conduct on Mount Vernon. Oh, and a flag got thrown back at the official. That's not good. But I guess he was trying to be helpful. And that'll be a 15-yard walk-off. That goes from third and short to a 15-yard penalty on Mount Vernon. And now Mount Vernon's going to have fourth and a long way. What Mount Vernon was upset about, we're not sure, but, boy, they were upset in that case.
I won't beat to do it. This is going to be a play to the left side for the Montez Miller-Gray on fourth and about 15 from up here. And they're not going to get much on that one. That's going to be a gain of about 7.
Well,
a turnover on that.
The penalty, whatever the coaching staff was upset about, they made their point. Probably gave up the drive to try and make their point there, Chris, in this argument or discussion with the officiating crew. It cost Mount Vernon a turnover on down, and now the Comanches will start with it at their own 20-yard line with 3 minutes to go and a 2-point lead. You have to wonder what was going on. We've seen a little of this, a little of that. Not anything that we have seen up here, but we're not down there on the field.
3:48 to play in the first half. 14-12 Comanches on top. They'll have it first and 10 from their own 20. Quarterback session will be under center out of the eye, and it'll be a man in motion. That is a nice place to be pitched to the near side for Akins out of the backfield. Doug Gardner, was blocked, had him, and this is going to be a big run. Now to the 40, 45 midfield. Cahokia's going to break for another big run. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and Grider's going to chase it down, but it'll be a touchdown.
How about that? 80 yards by Akins again. How about a game he's had? 80-yard kickoff return and an 80-yard run. Wow. And Cahokia has Mount Vernon feared coming over here, Chris. 2 big plays in the second quarter has really put Mount Vernon in the hole, and there could be down 2 scores here depending on what happens.
3:35 to play. Here in the first half, it's 20-12 Cahokia. Going for 1.
And that was just a little pitch to the outside, brushed a couple tackles, took off down the field. 3:35 to go. Boy, right now you could be down 21-12 here. 2 scores on the road unless he missed. He missed a break. That is a huge break. It's down 20-12, and instead of being down 2 scores, you're down 1. With 3:35 up to play in the first half. The first half has been presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches makes them the market leader. Woodlawn, Dix, Mount Vernon, and Ina. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Well, you wondered coming over what could happen, and you didn't. You hoped against it. You hoped that things didn't get off to a start that you couldn't get the rhythm. And I said at the beginning of this game, Chris, it just felt like the game was off to an odd, uneven start for Mount Vernon in this first half. And unfortunately, right now for Mount Vernon, big plays have haunted them in the second quarter. Kevion Aikens has an 80-yard kickoff return, an 80-yard run for a touchdown. 2 big plays that Mount Vernon talked about trying to stop. We talked about it in the pregame. Doesn't happen. What a run, though, by Aikens on that touchdown. And, of course, it's just been the big run tonight that has Cahokia's all 3 scores, 2 on the offense, 1 for special teams. And the penalty down here, Chris, we're all curious about what happened. This one is going to take a Cahokia bounce toward Cahokia, but it eventually ends up out of bounds at about the 44 in Mount Vernon territory. I'm curious about some of them. Yeah, and it had to be something pretty serious because you normally don't see the Mount Vernon Rams coaching staff as animated as they were here in this during this season. But, again, you're on the road. You got to tighten the shoelaces up a little bit tighter, and you got to get something to go. As we know, nobody's going to feel sorry for anybody playing in conference or on the road, and that's the case as it is. Mount Vernon right now down 8 at their own 44. See what they can come up with here. The quarterback reads will be their center. Demontez is going to be in motion. Able to get a small hurdle off as he breaks to the outside. Shy midfield will be pushed out of bounds. It is about, oh my. Give him to the 46 for a gain of 2, and that'll be 2nd and 8 with 3:30 left to go here. That flag that was thrown, the 2 flags, now you've been warned. And again, if you start seeing more flying, guys, coaches are going to get ran. You got to be careful to make your point, walk your line. For the kids, coaches have to keep their composure. The Rams have to keep their composure heading into the end of this first half. 3:30 left to go in the first half. 20-12 your score. The Comanches up 8. Reeves under center, split to the right side, Marshall, and we're going to have a timeout. Timeout presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon, 2339 Broadway. Dr. Eric Black and staff of the Medicine Shop proud to support the Rams and the local community. Chris Hugo with Denny Czerwinski alongside. It's past the top of the hour. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
On your desktop or mobile device at WMIXsports.com. Your radio home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
11103. That's not binary. It's a little inside talk back to the studio. Friendly number to learn when I keep you on your toes. Chris Hugo with Denny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd doing a phenomenal job at the Mount Vernon studio. Quickly becoming one of my favorites. Caught him off guard on that one. No, I know that. Jeff Crow is here with us as well. Bringing you the video angles at WMIXsports.com. 20-12 your score here. We'll get you some Cardinal updates as well. That is on the FM right now. Scoreless started at 7:02. There you go. Scoreless after 1. Scoreless after 1 on the FM side. NLCS Game 1. They're back at it tomorrow at about 3. Pregame, I think, 3:02-ish. TV start, right? Yeah, you know that. 3:37 and 3. It's all about them come postseason. Yes, about those who've been there all along. It'll be C.J. Lloyd coming to the near side, finds a seam, gets a good block there. He gets some midfield. Now on the near side, nice stiff arm there, past the 45. C.J. gets first down. Highlight. Mark that one. Highlight. Coming towards us. C.J. is Quentin's brother, like twice removed or something like that. He was trying to tell me earlier. Yeah, well, I'm telling you right now, that was a big stiff arm. That's highlight-worthy material there on that run. Mount Vernon really, Chris, you score.
You got to right this ship. If you can get into the first half tied or up 1, or at least tied, I guess, down 8, you've done something here.
No doubt. 3 minutes to play, and it's going to be a pitch to left side for DeMontez Miller-Gray. The hyphen trying to get out, gets to the 40. Trying to cut back at about the 40 or make that the 38. We'll see where they spot the ball. It'll be second down for the Rams. 2:48 to go in the first half. 20-12 your score as the Rams trail the Comanches by 8. Well, I'll tell you what, the hyphen has definitely done some things worthy of praise this year. Brings us to one of our boosters. If you're looking for an award to recognize an individual team or other accomplishment, check out Winning Edge's fashionable line of plaques, trophies, medallions, glass, and acrylics. Visit WinEdgeUSA.com. What's the right side? It's going to be Marshall. On the left, Doug Gardner. In motion, it's going to be the wingback. It's going to be an inside handoff to Graham Hinkton. Like everybody kind of saw that coming. It's going to be a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 1.
You get the feeling, and I'm looking here, Mount Vernon's tipping that particular run up the middle. They're tipping it off. And Cahokia kind of sees how they line up, how they act. It's about a natural tendency, and you see Cahokia all gathered in the middle like a bunch of covey of quail, and they stuff the run like that.
$2:15 to play in the half. It's 3rd and short for the Rams. 20-12, 8-point game as Miller-Gray's going to try to break outside again up the left side, and he does a tremendous job. He gets to the 30, maybe down to about the 24 as he's out of bounds. At the 2:02 mark, and DeMontez gets about 12 on the play or so, approximately.
And Mount Vernon gaining some momentum, much to the eye of the Ram faithful across the way. And, of course, tough yardage, clock stops on the getting out of bounds. That'll help Mount Vernon with one timeout left in this first half. And you look at the second quarter stats, it's going to be all Mount Vernon. But Cahokia's had a couple big plays. That's why they're winning this ball game and not dominating the stats. Althoff now up 28-14 in the second quarter on Carbondale.
Interesting. That's an Althoff team that's been on a mission.
And that's a Carbondale last week wobbling right now.
Well, I've seen it time and time again. Is this going to be, what was that, a counter? As Miller-Gray breaks to the outside, left side, he's going to get inside the 5. I didn't see it.
Oh, yeah, that was a slick little counter. Lots of fakes carried out. Everybody got faked out, including you and I. And therefore, Miller-Gray got to the outside and behind his blockers and gets a first and goal to go.
I got a big view of headphone cable, video coax, and extension cord on that one, on whatever happened there.
It happens, my man. It happens.
That's okay. I can go back and watch the archive on WMIX Sports, actually on our YouTube channel eventually. At the end of the season.
SHG, now get this at half, leads Lincoln 63-0.
Whoa. It'll be first and goal from the 3 as the Rams are going to pitch it to the outside. It'll be C.J. Lloyd. Does he sneak in? He does. Puts the head down and runs in. 3-yard touchdown run for C.J. Lloyd. Makes it 20-18 with a minute 50 to go. And, of course, we'll put the video up after the season is over. And we'll explain it time and time again when the time comes on social media. When the Rams are done, that's when we'll start putting video up. However, if that Ram opposition is still in the playoffs, we won't put that up. Opposition's video up. We'll just go game by whomever is eliminated. That's just to be fair for all of the Rams' opponents so that we can also continue to video stream. Got to keep people happy. As the Rams will go for deuces here to try to tie it up with a minute 50 to go. Split to the right side, Marshall. Couple on the slot left side. It's going to be a pitch again to CJ. He's going to cut back, and probably the wrong decision there as he had a wide open glance to the outside. Thought he saw tacklers coming. Had some blockers and remained 20-18. I saw what CJ did, and I understand why he did it. I just don't think he knew what he had in front of him.
Now, confidence lacking in the kicking game, and fortunately for Mount Vernon, that's going to hurt him here.
Of course, the Rams will have the football to start the second half. That is key. But they have had some opportunities haunting them. Opportunities that have just dissipated. They had a touchdown from DeMontez up the left side. Back in the first quarter, it was called back due to a hold at about the 21-yard line. Weren't able to do anything there. Have stopped Cahokia a few times. It's just in the big run that has kind of prevailed for the Comanches, seeing them up 2 late in the first half, 20-18.
And right then and there, Mount Vernon gets back into it.
Well, that is going to be huge.
That's important in this.
31-28 Pitneyville now with 4 seconds left in the first half.
Yep, just got that from someone.
So with a minute 50 to go in the first half, Akins, who has some tremendous blazing speed, will be the far man at about the 15-yard line. We'll see how far the kick goes from Dylan Reeves, and this is going to be an onside. Well, I don't want to call it an onside attempt again. Onside kick attempt, but that looked to be what it may have been, as Hogan will come up with it about the 42-yard line. Will be first and 10 for the Comanches. There's about a minute 47 to go on the first. Well, it is a crazy kind of game. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon and Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to personal banking. Remember, FDIC out of the eye, split left here for the Comanches. Session, the quarterback, will be under center. Quick pitch going to come to Keaton Hogan. What will the Rams be able to do here as he cuts back to the far side, looking to break for a run? DeMontez Miller-Gray chases him down. Ooh, the corner.
You realize how close he was to getting a run there?
And if he doesn't check him down there, it's not just a gain of about 4. It's going to be a touchdown run to the outside right with 1 minute 27 to play in the first half. That was a good touchdown-saving tackle, believe it or not. We're not trying to make too much of it, but it is what it is. It'll be second and about 5 with 1 minute 17 to play. All right, again for Cahokia. This time it's going to be a pitch. Nope, it's going to be reverse coming to the near side. This time it's going to be Lyons. As he comes near side to the 45, going to get a couple of blocks, trying to come up the sideline, pushed out of bounds at about the 34. They're going to stay at the 33, and that'll be a big gain, a gain of about 20, with 1 minute 2 to go in the half.
Too many big plays. And you and I talked about it, but we talked about it the way over. Can't get these big plays up like Mount Vernon is doing right now. Boy. You don't want to let, after you march down the field, you just don't want to let Cahokia come back and score and take a bigger lead in the halftime than 2 points.
1:02 to play in the first half. Clock stops, the player pushed out of bounds. 34-yard line is the spot. Will be right between the hashes. 20-18, Cahokia is up 2, and this is going to be a play up the right side. Missing a tackle going for the right on the run is Cahokia. What a run this is going to be. Can they get him out of bounds at least? He gets past the 25.
And a good call by you to explain what was going on. A pitch to the outside and just a missed tackle. And when you miss tackles against this Cahokia outfit, they're going to take off and go for a while. And it's a good call by you on the pitch and the miss.
If you're wondering why, it's tough identification. The font on the Cahokia uniforms has never been one, but it's been easy to read, so our apologies. That was actually Darby Perry on the carry. 52.8 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be first and 10 on the Cahokia on the Rams 17, 20-18 your score. Rams really need to prevent a score here going into the halftime locker room. This is going to be a handoff inside variety to Keenan Hogan as he gets to about the 15, and we're going to have a timeout here. With 42.9 seconds left in the half, Cahokia gets the timeout presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See Dr. Eric Black and staff at the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, where they proudly support the Mount Vernon Rams area teams as well as the community. Cahokia has the timeouts and has the running ability to get another score in before the half.
That's the problem. You can't be giving up such big scores. It is frustrating because you get down, you get back into it down 2, and then all of a sudden, Cahokia starts marching. And with 42.9 seconds left, as you know, it's plenty of time to try to score this football here, and you need to stop. If Cahokia scores, you feel like the second half momentum changes, the whole game complexion changes. If you stop them, you feel like you have a better chance to do something in the second half.
Oh, certainly. And with 42.9 seconds left in this first half, a 2-point game, it's 20-18 Comanches. All the action is presented to you by Community First Bank of the Heartland, the voice of high school sports here on WMIX Sports. Session will be the quarterback. It'll be Keaton Hogan as the tailback. Let's go with Tyron Lyons. Session is the QB. Put off the left side, tied on the right. The Comanches have it. 2nd and 4 from the Ram 13. This is going to be a pitch coming to the outside, and a good pitch it was. And giving chase will be, looks like it's Xavier Tice, and that'll be who gets the credit for the push out of bounds. So 37.5 seconds.
Smart play by the Cahokia running back. Ran, stretched it, tried to get as much as he could, saw, hey, the wall's coming, a white jersey. He said, I got to get out of bounds and stop that clock, save my coach's timeout.
So with 37.5 seconds to go, it'll be 3rd and about 2 here for Cahokia. 20-18 is your score. The Rams are down 2, and you think about some of the things that have happened in the first half, where the Rams have shot themselves in the foot.
They're running out of feet for hooves to shoot, in other words.
Amen to that.
Say it 3 times fast because I can't.
I know I can't. The ball's on the 10, 3rd and short. It's going to be the quarterback session. Look at the roll, and he will get rid of the football. And this one is almost picked off. It's knocked down incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down as short as the clock will stop at 29.5 seconds left. They're looking to the left side. Good defense there by the secondary. Jacoby Marshall was the first man in. Xavier Tice in the neighborhood, so is Doug Gardner. As a result, it'll be 4th and short now for the Comanches, who obviously will go for it here with 29.5 seconds left in the first half.
Yep. Call it. We'll go for it this close. Trying to get some more points.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics here on your radio. We'll talk more about them throughout the night. We'll have your Second Chance Auto halftime show. They'll split off to the right side. It's Darren Roberson. It'll be Hogan on the carry, almost tripped up, and now it's going to run backwards. Had first down yardage. Let's see where the tackle's going to be. Falls right on the 10-yard line, and here's the problem. He had first down yardage and then ran backwards.
Yep, the clock's going to keep running.
With 23.5 seconds left, that was 4th down. The Rams get a big stop, PC.
Yep, that was nice, wasn't it? Good stop for Mount Vernon. Turn the ball over. Cahokia on the turnover. Mount Vernon can kneel, maybe get out of the half, and only down 2.
Yeah, Hogan had the first down and then wanted more and went backwards. So the Rams will get a big break here.
Yeah, he went backwards, had the first down, was trying to make more of a play than what he needed to do.
Those are the kind of plays that will give the other team momentum. We'll see what happens. Rams will have the football to start the second half. I wouldn't imagine they would try to do much here, but stranger things have happened. 23.5 seconds left in the first half. Rams trailing, of course, 20-18. The Montez is going to be in motion trying to go outside. And it's me. I'm content just going to the locker room here.
Yeah, I don't want to try anything silly. You don't want to try anything silly in your own end back there, that's for sure. Absolutely not.
Because that was a big loss on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and very long. 6 seconds left in the first half. 20-18 is your score. And thankfully, that is where the first half will end. After 2 quarters of play, the Cahokia Comanches 20, the Mount Vernon Rams 18. We'll come back with your Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Rend Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Rend Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
The tradition of fine vehicles and great service continues at Second Chance Auto. They've been providing quality cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs for families like yours for over 33 years, and many are priced under $10,000. Plus, most have a 3-month or 3,000-mile warranty. Bank rate financing available with instant approval. No gimmicks, no pressure, just honest deals on great vehicles from your friends and neighbors at Second Chance Auto, living and contributing back to the community they serve. Located on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon, call 244-4582.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Oh, this is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. And here at the break, the Mount Vernon Rams trail the Cahokia Comanches by a score of 20-18. Of course, we'll get you caught up with your Rams report, your MVTHS minute, all to come, as well as some halftime stats. We'll get you a halftime scoreboard as well. From games, of course, in the area. Of course, plenty more to come your way. We'll take a break, come back with the Rams report with Tyler Barker. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
More Americans are on the move today than ever before. One of the most popular modes of transportation is the motorcycle. Motorcycles take us to our jobs, school, to the beach, and all around the country. If you're a bike rider, your Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, wants to make sure you have the best insurance protection while you're riding. Ask about the money-saving auto cycle discount and the experienced driver discount, too. Call Page Insurance at 242-7000 today about motorcycle insurance from Pekin Insurance.
Who has Ford certified sales and service technicians? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Who has a huge selection of new and pre-owned inventory? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Who gives top dollar for your trade-in? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Where should you buy your next vehicle? Schmidt Ford of Salem. Come join our growing family. Shop online at schmidtfordofsalem.com or give us a call at 618-548-1711.
Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back to the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. With the Rams Report, I'm Tyler Barker for WMIX Sports. Lady Rams tennis had a big week sweeping Benton and Carmi White County 9-0. The Lady Rams did suffer a tough loss yesterday, 7-2 to Mount Carmel. Tennis has the South 7 Conference Tourney at Centralia tomorrow. Rams Golf finished their season by hosting a 2A regional. The team finished 6th, but Nick Meyer advances to tomorrow's Salem sectional after carding in 83. The Lady Rams traveled to Highland for Wednesday's regional and finished 9th. Rachel Bowlerjack advances to the sectional as an individual. Cross country ran at the Harrisburg Invitational on Wednesday and will now head to Centralia tomorrow. Rams soccer was blanked 4-0 by Anna Jonesboro on Monday, but beat Centralia at home in a big way, 8-0. Mac Jones and Adam Donahoe both had first-half hat tricks. Rams soccer wraps up the regular season at Mater Dei on Monday and home against Marion on Tuesday. Lady Rams volleyball came from behind on Monday night for a road win against Mount Carmel, 22-25, 25-18, 25-17. Last night, volleyball celebrated senior night with a win over Lovejoy, 25-11, 25-6. Lady Rams volleyball travels to Marion on Tuesday. And for your underclass football update, both the freshmen and JV defeated Carbondale this past week, though the freshmen lost to Cahokia last night. The freshman Rams are now 3-4, while the JV is 2-4. That's your Rams report for this week, and this is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Harvest time is approaching and hunters are in their stands. What does this mean for you? Deer are running more frequently now. I hope we don't have to meet in the near future because of these creatures, but in the unfortunate chance you do find Mother Nature dancing onto your hood, you can be confident that Landers will be here to tend to you and your ride. And as our specialty and main focus is collision repair alone, no one is more qualified to restore your vehicle back to its previous condition or better, and in the process, helping to retain its resale value. Every day we continue to set the standards for quality collision repair. Give us a chance to show you what we can do for you. Collision repair is what we know. We should be good at it. Again, this is Chase with Landers Collision Centers, where we offer only the best in collision repair. Come meet the staff, take a tour of our facilities, and get to know the crew at Landers Collision Centers. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Just give us a call, 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
And we welcome you back for Bryan Field in Cahokia. The Mount Vernon Rams trailing the Comanches here at the break, 20-18. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Second Chance Auto has your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000. That, of course, is in one location. Second Chance Auto, no fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals. Second Chance Auto, proud supporter of the Mount Vernon Rams. Here at the break, of course, we told you 20-18 at your score. And we'll get you some scores in just a moment, of course. Before we get to the MBTA adjustment, we'll have some stats clear way, of course, as well. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're doing our best to keep you updated on the Twitterverse tonight. keep you updated on the game as well on Facebook as we give you some halftime stats.
There we go. Mount Vernon has 10 first downs, Cahokia 6. Mount Vernon with 3 turnovers to Cahokia's 1. Penalties, Mount Vernon has 5 for 30, including one 15-yard penalty. Cahokia 1 for 5. Rushing department, and this is highly unofficial. Mount Vernon 277 in the first half to 273 for Cahokia. No passing yards in the game because, well, nobody's completed a pass. And, of course, that gives you 277 for Mount Vernon and 203 for Cahokia at the half. But the Comanches are winning by a score of 20-18.
There you go. Those are your halftime stats here from Cahokia. The Rams trail 20-18. They will have the football to start the second half. We'll have some scores coming your way in just a moment. We'll also have some keys for second half action coming up for you. But as far as the first half's concerned, the Rams shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. No reason to think that they should not be in control and in the lead right now. A DeMontez Miller-Gray big touchdown run got called back on a hold. Then some penalties, of course, as the Rams tried to threaten in the second quarter. But the Comanches have made some big plays tonight. That definitely shows in the stats.
And that definitely shows in the stats is, the thing is, as you look at this game, it's big plays. And, Cahokia doesn't have the yardage. They don't have the first downs. They don't have a lot of the fancy stats that Mount Vernon has. Mount Vernon's dominated time of possession. The time of possession is only good as much as you try to score. And right now, Mount Vernon got to make some big plays, and they got to stop the big plays for Cahokia.
Well, that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll get you a scoreboard update when we come back. We'll get you as well. Let's see what else we need to do. Some keys to the second half, figure out what the Rams need to do, or even the Comanches come away with a win here tonight. Both teams are 2-1 in the South 7 Conference. Marion have a feeling it's going to be 3-1 by the time the night is over. We'll explain what we mean when we come back. First, it's the MVTHS Minute. We'll take a break on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist John Fear. Look at your next rad weather. Mostly clear for tonight, down to 53. And for tomorrow, mostly sunny, nice and warm. The high up to 80. Mostly clear and mild tomorrow night, down to 56. Then Saturday, very warm with tons of clouds and sunshine. An afternoon shower thunderstorm. The high up to 82. And some sunshine for Sunday. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
At Banterra, we understand that banking is a relationship. It's a friendly face that knows your name, understands your needs, supports your goals. Banterra offers a complete range of personal and business banking products with competitive rates and loans that range from small projects to multi-million-dollar opportunities. We offer conveniences such as online banking, mobile banking, and direct deposit. For a strong community bank with exceptional customer service, Banterra is a smart choice for your banking needs. Banterra Bank, a proud supporter of Southern Illinois high school sports. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Here's a look at your MVTHS Minute. I'm Tyler Barker on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Emily Allen, the Vice President of HOSA, Future Health Professionals, organized an effort to raise funds for Team Nancy to help the family of the 11-year-old Cesar native with medical expenses. The effort raised $464 by collecting donations from MVTHS students and staff. For more information on how you can help, find Team Nancy on Facebook. Open house was a success on Tuesday night. The evening provided parents an opportunity to follow their child's complete schedule, meet with teachers, and explore the campus. MVTHS gave away a pair of $50 gift cards and 3 parent spirit packs as a thank you to those who attended. Now some good drama to report at the high school. The MVTHS Drama Department presents Robin Hood. This famous folktale will be on display multiple times for area youth with special evening showings for all ages. Approximately 2,700 grade school students from 21 different schools will have the opportunity to see the performance. The public is invited to primetime performances at 7 p.m. on both Thursday and Friday this coming week. Showings are held in the auditorium on campus. That's this week's MVTHS Minute, where WMIX Sports explores the best in arts and academics at Mount Vernon High School. Stay tuned for next week's installment. We'll take a quick break on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Monica Wilt, Relationship Banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank is focused on providing the best possible customer service and products to meet the needs of our customers. If you aren't receiving the products and service you deserve, maybe it's time to make a change. Change the name of your bank for the last time and make the switch to People's National Bank.
People's National Bank, proudly serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. WMIXsports.com. Broadcasting live from the WMIX mobile studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Football.
And back on the Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. So glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow with us here at Bryant Field in Cahokia. He brings you the video angles at WMIXsports.com. It is Quentin Lloyd who keeps us on the air on WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting, as it is the bottom of the 8 o'clock hour. Glad you could join us tonight. Mount Vernon on the road at Cahokia trails 20-18, and Rams have definitely had their chances, DC.
Well, they've had their chances, and the shame part about it is you look at it, not only chances, Chris, but the fact that, you're stuck with some things right now that aren't going in your favor, and when you look at it, the thing that Mount Vernon's doing, you felt like, as I said, the game was an uneven start, not a lot of rhythm in the first part of this game. Mount Vernon felt kind of off, unbalanced. Cahokia came out with a big score. Mount Vernon comes back. Then, of course, Cahokia gets another big score, and Mount Vernon takes the lead, and Cahokia with another big play, back-to-back plays. And you felt like, when you look at the stats, Mount Vernon's dominated, but Cahokia is the team right now that's in the lead because they have been able to make more big plays, and that right there is an issue that Coach Shaner talked about. You can't give up the big plays to Cahokia. You got to stay in your lane, stay disciplined, and you have to take the right angles defensively, and that's what Mount Vernon's got to do a much better job of in the second half.
In the second half, indeed. Those are a couple of keys to your second half. We'll get some scores in just a moment. Remind you that this is your Second Chance Auto Halftime Show. Second Chance has your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000 in one location. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and bank rate financing for all at Second Chance Auto. Continued proud Rams supporters. Route 142 East. And Mount Vernon. It's 20-18 here. The Rams are trailing by 2 at the half. We do have some score reports from around the region.
We do have some score reports. Altop leads Columbia near the half, 28-14. It is Marion all over Centralia, 29-0 at halftime. Jerseyville leads Triad at the half, 37-21, and Mount Carmel leads Vincennes, Indiana, in the fourth quarter, 19-7. Massac County trails Benton at the half, 19-7. Harrisburg over Murfreesboro, 14-6. It is Heron over Frankfurt, 35-12 at half. DuQuoin trails AJ, 22-7. That's now in the third quarter. Pinckneyville over Nashville at the half, 31-28. It is Carterville over Sparta at the half, 38-8. CZR all over Hamilton County, 41-6. Chester over Eldorado Trico, 34-0 at the half. And at the end of three quarters, Fairfield over SVW, 21-6. That is in the Black Diamond Conference.
And there you go. That scoreboard update is brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance and financial service needs, Tony would love to help you. Give him a call. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Take a peek in his office. He might be there. Probably is. Quarter of 42nd Park in South Watertown. I don't mean right now. I mean during business hours, of course. But Tony is very diligent, of course. But you can always find the white State Farm Jeep around town. I'm sure Tony Wilt would love to help you out with all of your insurance needs. There you go. That's your scoreboard update here at the break. Rams football, of course, proudly sponsored by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll go back to personal banking. Ask them about that new one checking account. It's all over the place. High-yield interest-free checking for Community First Bank of the Heartland. Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and I. There's 2 in Mount Vernon. That's how they get 5. If you've never paid attention, I only named 4 towns. Well, that's why. So there you go. We'll start the second half here in just a moment. They'll get 3 minutes of conditioning time, of course, but TC, it was a crazy first half, and the second half figure spots would be even crazier as by looking and listening to your score reports, this is about the only close game in the area.
Well, this is about the closest one. I mean, when you look at it, we figured this would be the game of the week, and you look around, there's the 29-0 Centralia, Altop 7 on Carbondale, so the 2 best games are right here in the same county. You look around, 12 points, 8 points, Harrisburg over Murphy, 23 points, 19 points, Pinckneyville, Nashville, 3-point game. So not a lot of close games. And we figured that talking this week over and then on the way over that, there would not be a lot of close games the way the schedules were, the way the teams were matched up.
Well, this is the case where, talking about it in the pregame and talking about it, of course, last week on Saturday Sports Show, the Comanches come in with a 2-4 record. 2-1 in the South 7 Conference, playing that tough non-conference schedule to open up. We've seen Villa Career Academy in the past. Lest we forget 2010, they had Ryan Jackson who is a top 100 ESPN defensive lineman. So, I mean, there's some talent that roams the halls there at Clyde C. Miller Career Academy there in southwest St. Louis. But you look at the teams on that non-conference mark. For Cahokia now at 2-4 overall, not only are they hoping to maybe sneak out the South Southern Conference race, but they were hoping to get to 5 wins. And to do that, they have to win out. So, I mean, this is I don't want to say it's not a big game to the Rams, but for this, there's a lot more on the line tonight for the Cahokia Comanches.
Oh, there definitely is. As you mentioned, Mount Vernon here at home tonight, Altop at home on next week. And then the 26th, you have just normal U-High coming in. You know, we saw what normal U-High can do playing Centralia 2 years ago. This is an uphill climb for the Comanches. They're used to that because of the tough schedule they play. Battle-tested throughout the season to get to this point of the schedule.
Well, there's certainly no doubt about that. You talk about normal U-High, that's pretty well the reaction you're going to get. I feel like I've done a normal U-High game in a sport, and I don't remember why.
State tournament 2012.
Brook Peoria, that's right.
Yeah, I don't remember much of it. I know you did the game, but
yeah, we were there.
By that point, you know, the state championship is like,
That's true. No doubt about that. Of course, when you really think about things here, and you think about what's to come in Week 8 in the South Steppen, and then taking a look around, of course, Marion Carbondale, Cahokia, Mount Vernon, both, whoever wins this game needs some help to get an outright conference title, but you kind of get the impression that even for Cahokia, even if they win here tonight, the next week would be troublesome as well. And for the Rams, you have a rivalry game on the road in Centralia, where they almost upended Centralia 2 years in a row, and here's the Orphans with 8-1 and 9-0 respectively.
Well, you look at both roads for these two teams. Centralia's down 29-0 at Marion. They're going to be looking their wounds ready to go against Mount Vernon next week. Guaranteed. It doesn't matter. You throw the records out and everything else. Then Mount Vernon's got a Mount Carmel team that's dominated everybody for 7 weeks now. They're going to roll in Friday night at J.D. Shields 2 weeks from tonight. This is where you look at it, and we talked about this. This game in Centralia is probably the best 2 of the 3 left that Mount Vernon can get wins. And if you don't get one here, it's a lot of pressure for next week. You need one more, but can you get it?
That's the question. As we talked about on the show last week, that the Rams could either, you know, maybe get like a 6-3, 7-2 thing going, or they could just easily turn around and finish 4-5. And that's a scary prospect to think about. We're halfway through this one. It's 2018 Cahokia right now. Rams do start the second half of the football, but you have to think here the Rams are going to have to start with a score and then finish Cahokia's first drive of the stop.
You have to get something going. And I think as much maybe defensively as you do offensively for Mount Vernon, if that makes sense to everybody, because your defense needs to match the offense to kind of help things out. That's kind of what I see.
For a fifth or 2.5 at Busch Stadium just across the way, it's 2-0 Dodgers. From WMIX FM. That's why we're here. That's a great call. So it'll be Flowers on the ensuing kickoff. We'll start the second half. It'll be Mount Vernon's football to start. Here in the third quarter, so glad you could join us tonight here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com with stream video. Reminder, no video next week. The blackout policy at Centralia High School means no stream video, audio only at WMIXsports.com. No voice radio only.
No video and outdoor broadcast.
Good call.
That'd be like from the bleachers at Wrigley Field, wouldn't it?
That's brilliant. This is going to be a kickoff. Looks like that's the hyphen at about the 24. Got to the 25, now 30. Trying to rush to the outside, gets to about the 32.5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams. We'll see what they can do here against a very tough, very resilient Cahokia defense.
Carterville all over Sparta now, 45-8 as expected. Jeez. Carterville's got to change. Well, they got to slow down, because I think for them the biggest thing is they haven't had a close game since week 2. Their next close game may be week 10 or 11. How will their players come out conditioned mentally and physically for that?
That'll be a big key. There's no doubt. Double on the left. We'll see what the Rams do here with the quarterback leaves under center. Right wing back in motion. That's going to be Miller Gray looking to go to the outside on the left. Gets to about the 40 where he's brought down. That'll be a gain of 7 for DeMontez Miller Gray. That'll bring up 2nd and 3rd.
You know, it just might be time for him to get the bulk of the carries and see what he can get done. You know what I mean?
That happening at Southop, we saw what happened.
Yep. I think you got to give the man a chance to do some damage.
Doug Gardner will limp to the right side where he will not be
I noticed that, too.
And he'll be off to the right. Wing back in motion is going to be C.J. Lloyd, and they're going to try to run him to this left side. To the near hash he comes, past the 40, down to about the 40. Oh, one official stands at about the 40. That wasn't a very nice spot, was it? But got off the spot. It'll be at the 41 for gain of 1.
Hey, can you really tell me how you felt about
I mean, get it together. 3rd and 2, 11-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. 20-18 is your score. The knee wasn't even anywhere close to there.
Let him have it.
Well, I might get her called. You're doing a good job. 10:45 to play. Ooh. Good job by Cahokia to get back.
Yep.
3rd and 2 for the Rams, 10:40 to go, and this is going to be Reese pushed ahead for a first down. So Dylan dials 9, and it gets him about 4, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Rams with 10:35 to play in the 3rd. I apologize about that, but I mean, there's just sometimes.
Well, that time Reese did a good job reading up the middle. Nobody home. It was kind of like a donut, nothing in the middle, and he just took it on a quick snap and ran up the middle.
10:32, sorry, to play in the 1st. Right at the 3rd quarter. 20-18 score. Rams, of course, starting with the football. Down 2 points here. Both teams had some chances and basically hurt themselves in the first half. We'll see what the Rams are able to do as they split Jacoby Marshall off to the left. Reeves, the quarterback under center in motion to Montez, looking to find a seam between the guts.
Oh, wow.
Between the hashes, and that wasn't going to happen.
You notice on the short yardage plays that Cahokia is all over it. It's like they've done some film looking and some watching, and because of that, they found some tendencies that Mount Vernon does, because we have not seen a team in 6 weeks shut down the Mount Vernon trap game and the buck trap style at all in the first 6 weeks until tonight.
Of course, it's your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Quarterback Reeves will be under center, split off to the right side. Marshall. It's going to be a counter back to Montez. Miller Gray. It worked for a lot of yardage that time. This time it'll get about a gain of 1 to make it 3rd and 10.
Well,
make it 3rd and 9. Good spot. 6:30 pregame next Friday night as the Rams travel to Evers Field. They'll take on the Centralia Orphans. Audio only at WMIXsports.com. No video from Seatown. Quarterback Reeves. They'll be under center, double side. Looking to roll the pass. Going to dump off Graham Bickett. It's going to be complete. He can break for a first down, and he is brought down with authority. Great tackle on the outside to the left. It'll be a first down. It'll be about a 13-yard gain.
First completed pass of the ball game, and Mount Vernon runs it just on a little roll out to the left, goes free, finds Hinkin in the flat, gets a first down. Mount Vernon's off and running. That's exactly what Mount Vernon needs to keep the drive alive and change things up. We knew we wouldn't see many passes, let alone complete passes.
9 minutes to go in the 3rd. 20-18, Cahokia on top. Split left and right. Lloyd in motion. It's going to be an inside handoff to Graham Hinkin, who is able to make something of it. Runs off tackle up the right. And I'd say, gets about 7 on the play to bring up 2nd and 3 with 8:40 to play in this 3rd quarter.
A long drive would cure a lot of ills here for Mount Vernon. You know, one of these kind of drives that coaches talk about the high school level, you put a 10, 12, 13, 14-play drive or more together, marching down the field, you can break teams in half defensively and make their will on things like this if Mount Vernon were to do it here.
We'll see what they can do. Miller Gray, Lloyd, and Hinkin are your backs here for Dylan Reeves. Under center, split to the right side. Marshall looking for a quick connect pass. In and out of the hands of Doug Gardner, just outside the 30 at about the 32-yard line. It'll be third down.
Bad thing there, hit him right in the numbers. Why? You could see him turning. He was ready to go upfield and make the spin move on the defender, but the problem is you got to have the football with you before you make that move.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler, home of the Express Lane, fast oil changes, and more at 1603 Broadway at Mount Vernon. No appointment necessary. See what they do on 3rd and 3. Ball on the Cahokia 38-yard line on the far hash. Reeves is in their center, and he's looking to pass again. This is going to be a lob play, and this one is going to be out of the reach of Doug Gardner to bring up first down. It was overthrown to about the 10.
Mount Vernon very lucky there, Chris, that Gardner was able to switch positions, go from a wide receiver to a defensive back, and knock that play down because the only guy that had a chance to catch that was a defender from Cahokia.
8:09 to go, and that makes it 4th and about 4 for the Rams. 8:09 to play in the 3rd quarter, down 2. It's 20-18. That was your halftime score, and this is the first drive of the 2nd half. 8:08 to go. The clock will 10. Cahokia is going to stack here as DeMontez will be in motion trying to get to the outside. Does anybody break through? And they do. Is this one? Nope, fumble. It's fumbled to the outside, and it's going to be past the 40. Either way, it's going to be Cahokia football.
Yeah. Run for 0 yardage. It'll stop. Turnover. Mount Vernon wasn't getting the ball. Came out with 7:49 to go in the third quarter. Cahokia is going to take over the chance to go up 2 scores. And right now, big momentum here on the home side of the field to the Comanches as they start with the football at their own 39-yard line. 7:49 to play here in the third quarter. 20-18 is your score. Cahokia on top with the football. We'll see what they can make happen. Quarterback Sashu is going to be under center. Rams are going to stack themselves. This is going to be an inside handoff and tripped up, and a good tackle past the 40. Inside the near hash, that was a sizable run by Tyron Lyons. Gain of about 4 on the play. It'll bring up second and around 6. And now Cahokia is kind of in that driver's seat. You can run the ball, pound the clock, run that clock down. You bust a big play, you get a score. It's a double whammy for Mount Vernon right now. Like Cahokia can do some things. There's certainly no doubt about that. 7:20 to play in the third quarter, 20-18. Cahokia on top. Rams have been able at times to bend but not break defensively, but it's been a trio of big plays. We've seen Cahokia take a 2-point commanding lead, and I hope that makes sense. Under center is Sasha. There's going to be a pitch coming. That looks like it's going to be Aikens trying to come to the near side. He's at the 40. He's going to break forward to 25 to midfield. Oh, Sipso's that sideline. Probably pushed out by Doug Gardner around the 40-yard line. Did you see the balance that he had to come around the sideline and still keep his step? What an impressive run by Kavion Aikens. I'm really impressed with that young man. The way he can run the football but stay in play, take contact, stay in bounds.
Did a great job there on a 17-yard run. That'll bring up first and 10 for the Comanches in Mount Vernon territory. It is on the Ram 40. It'll be on the near hash. That was a great run by Aikens. He has shown some razzle-dazzle speed here tonight. And great bounce.
He's fast, but he's deceiving. He's kind of like he gets into the fast gear, and then everybody gets after him, and he kicks it into his gear. That's what I see out of him.
So it's another year left after this one. Just a junior on this Comanche squad. It'll be Hogan, and it'll be Aikens. Hogan's going to go to the right slot. It'll be an inside handoff this time to Aikens, but not by it, of course. Are the Mount Vernon Rams, and that's going to be Brighton Steele on the stop. He had that 3 times fast.
He had his miss on him, and, well, he hit him and grabbed him back, pulled it back towards the line of scrimmage, and no gain there at all.
That was a nice play. Mount Vernon needed something like that, that's for sure. 6:34 to play in the third quarter, second and about 9. 6:25 to play in the third. 20-18. Cahokia out of the eye. They're on top. Looking to make something happen. It'll be a nice power run, possibly by Hogan, but there in the way was a Ram who was on the receiving end on a big run. Looks like Ryder and Williamson in on the play with 6:13 to play. It's third down at about 5. Ball will be spotted between the hashes here for the Comanches. Video on WMIXsports.com, powered by Red Lake College. Save thousands of dollars on your college education at rlc.edu. Also apply online while you're there. They get third and nickel here. 20-18 is your score. Mosby will check back in.
And this third quarter is flying by, have you noticed?
Yes, it is. Now, offensive optional third quarter at this point. Of course, this is just Cahokia's first drive of the second half. Out of the eye again. Hogan checked out.
Time out.
Yeah, that's a good call there by Coach Galladay. Still sporting the old hard hat after all these years. Had the nice 9/11 inspired hard hat, but it's gone back to his trusty Comanche helmet hard hat. 5:30 to play in the third. Timeout on the field, of course, is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the Mount Vernon Rams, as well as the local community. Hard to believe, flu shot time. Wow. Medicine Shop's been very reliable with the flu shots. 20-18 your score here in the third quarter, and I don't want to say it's a critical third down in the game, but it's a critical third down in the game.
You are correctly assessing the situation, Mr. Hugo. This is a critical stop here with 2 plays in Mount Vernon territory. If Cahokia scores and goes up by a couple of scores with the amount of time that's left in this game, you have to be worried because Mount Vernon more of a team that likes to march it down the field methodically. You don't have a lot of time down 2. You've got to make a stop, I believe, on this drive in these next 2 plays.
Coming out of the timeout, we're going to see Hogan back on the field of the timeout. We'll see Mosby. We're also going to see another guy I really like that they often split off. He's very versatile. Sometimes use him at the back. It's Tyron Lyons. Quarterback, of course, is Corian Session. They're going to split off number 10, Romeo Moore, to the outside to the right. Thought I saw. Can't see the number on the left. That is either Roberson or Flowers. Quarterback under center. Let's see. It's going to be 3rd and 5. And it's going to be a handoff coming. Ooh, and a big tackle by the Rams before I can even get the call out. Doug Gardner in on the play. Tyler Knudsen and Jacob Williamson. As that was a carry coming from Tyron Lyons. And that'll make it 4th down and about 6 or 7.
Wow. What a play. Nice play by Gardner to cut through the defense.
And I don't care who you root for in this game. If you like hard hits, you've seen them on both sides tonight.
In a well-played football game. Lots of big plays on both sides. Here we go. Half of it's done. You made one stop. Now you need a second stop here on 4th down. Force this turnover and get this football back.
Game has a ways to go to catch up the legacy of 07 and 08.
I'm sure.
Those were some close games. But this one is hung tough right with them. 20-18 Comanches. It's going to be a pitch to the outside. Uh-oh, this Mr. Akins. Can he break away with his speed? Still on his feet, pushed ahead for 1st down yardage.
Wow. That hurts.
And you knew as soon as he got the dial up that he was going to go the distance. That's 1st down yardage for Akins, and that gives Cahokia great yardage in Mount Vernon territory with 4:35 to play on 3rd.
And you remember this drive started their own 38, 3 minutes plus now gone off the clock. Tough play over to our east. It's tied at 28 between Althoff and Carbondale. The Terriers are battled back to 21-6.
See what the Comanches do here. Been very, very effective with the run all season. Same difference here tonight. Still 20-18. Cahokia up 2. Play's going to come to the left side. It's going to be a quarterback that finally will get pushed out of bounds at about the 32 or 3. They're walking up to 34. You got to be kidding me for getting a 6. Or we're going the other way, aren't we? I'm an idiot.
That's all right. This is a tight game. Lots of emotion. It's going to get interesting. It already is. You have to make a stop. I mean, we're going to say it again from here for a while. You have to make a stop. Marion now up 36-0 in the 3rd. My Marion correspondent is distracted.
That happens. 2nd and 9 for the Comanches. My apologies. 4:18 to play in the quarter. It's on the 28-yard line near hash. Quarterback Sessions under center. It's going to be a pitch to the other side. Doubles the reverse back to the other side. And a good run here for number 8, Tyron Lyons, as he is going to get close to a 1st down marker along that far hash at around the 20-yard line.
Wow. He got loose, and luckily there was one Mount Vernon Ram that stayed home and stayed disciplined, or he'd have been gone for another score. That's how close it was. They're just inches away from breaking play.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Comanches. Ball spotted on the far hash at about the 18. 4:03 to play in the 3rd quarter. 20-18. Again, that's your score. Cahokia is up 2. The Rams have been unable to capitalize on any PAT tries. Out of the eye this time for the Comanches. Tyron Lyons will be split off to the right side. It'll be Hogan one back, and this one is going to be a reverse again. Rams had a chance to stop it. It went to Flowers, it looks like, and now they will stop it for a loss. It'll be a loss of about 4. We'll see what the spot's going to be. It'll be 2nd and long with 3:30 to play in the quarter. And we talked about the Rams not being able to capitalize at times and shooting themselves to the feet. But you look at the Comanches, there's times where they will have 1st down yardage and then run backwards and then lose that 1st down. Happened late in the 1st half. Well, they could be up by more.
This is a big play, and again, we say it all the way through. This is the 10th play of this drive, which started back at their own 38-yard line. You have to wonder what's going to happen here, and you got to make a stop. You have to make a stop, get the football back somewhere along the line.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams. 3 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's 20-18. Out of the I formation for the Comanches. Looking for 2nd and long here. As Lyons is in motion, and this is going to be a handoff up the middle for Keenan Hogan. Going to try to power his way for some yardage. He gets to about the 15-yard line. That'd be a gain of about 4 or 5.
Remember, he came out with a leg injury. He powered through that Mount Vernon defensive line there and got that yardage. 3rd and 7, got to make the stop.
2:30 to play in the third quarter. 20-18 is your score. Of course, we told you about Community First Bank. They are the market leader in Jefferson County with 5 Jefferson County branches. 2 at Mount Vernon, Woodlawn, Dixon, of course. Community First Bank of the Heartland welcomes you back to personal banking. Member FDIC. Many instances, your friends and neighbors are on staff. Split off, Lions to the left side. Out of the eye set. Lead back is going to be Hogan. It's going to be Akins coming to the left side. Looking to find some running room. Gets a nice block. And now Jacoby Marshall gets a hand in there. And how he pulled him down. Shy of the 10, I don't know. That'll bring up 4th down and short. It'll be about 4th and 3 or 4. Jacoby Marshall Nation going to be in an uproar over that stuff. He follows us on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
So with 1:42 to play in the third quarter, this half still seeking its first score. Both teams with 1 drive thus far. This is still Cahokia's first drive. It's going to be 4th and short, and with that speed, we've seen them convert on 4th down before tonight. It'll be Hogan, and it'll be Akins, and it'll be Mr. Lyons. Double tight set here for the Comanches. Session the quarterback under center, ball in the near hash, and it is going to be a handoff coming to the left side. The Rams can't really snip it out. It's shy of the goal line. That was I thought they were going Akins after Hogan.
He pulled out, the quarterback did, faked the handoff to his right, and as he did, dropped it behind him back, and a 10-yard run for a first down, and Cahokia is knocking on the door. Boy, they have to be. It's an impressive drive going on here. The 13th play of this drive that starts their own 38-yard line.
First and goal for the Comanches. 1:12 to play in the third quarter. 20-18 is your score. They get the touchdown. It's still 1 possession. If they get 1 or 2, it becomes a 2-possession ball game. Goal line set, double tight now for the Comanches. Session the quarterback, and this is going to be a handoff to Akins. Does he sneak his way in? He does. It's 26-18.
Third touchdown of the game for Akins.
With 51.5 seconds left in the third quarter, Cahokia is still up in possession. It's 26-18. We'll see if they go for the PAT, and I have a feeling they will. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Sorry about that. Pretty good.
Play drive that time.
Nick is up, and it's going to bring rain. Good thing it's in the forecast tomorrow. No good. Well, from where we sit, that's why you wait. It looked like it was going to be good. I just thought it was a rainbow shot that was well over, but apparently it must have been wide. Don't get an explanation. 51.5 seconds left to go. 26-18 your score, and the Rams get another break on a missed PAT try.
Yeah, 26-18. Still a 1-possession game. And now Mount Vernon has dodged bullet after bullet after bullet. Can they dodge more as we go along here? But eventually, Chris, you're going to have to make stops. You're going to have to do things. And Mount Vernon defense will be nice. Just hasn't been the same as we've seen them all game and all year. And unfortunately for the Rams, it comes to this time on the road where you got to bear down and do some things differently. Now, you're still in the game. You still have an opportunity to win, and you have an opportunity to tie if you get a 2-point conversion. Wow.
Key to that is having to score.
Yep.
Back to return, Jacoby Marshall on the near side. He's about the 15. On the 15 on the opposite side, it's Montez Miller-Gray. Comanches will kick it off here. It'll be Reggie Wilson. Man with PAT tries tonight. Here comes. This is going to be a boomer. Just about the 14-yard line. Picked up by Jacoby Marshall. Looking to split the special teams up the middle. Couldn't get past the 32. And that's where the Rams will have it first and 10 with 45.3 seconds left in the third quarter. 26-18 Comanches on top. And with all of that, it's been a close game on the scoreboard, but you just get that feeling of dominance from Cahokia.
It's an 8-point game. I totally agree at that point. You're down 8, but you feel like you're down 2 or 3 scores. As dominating as Cahokia has been.
See what Reeves and the boys can do here. Split to the right side, Marshall. Tied on the left. Double wing back 7th, Miller-Gray in motion. Surprise to the left side. Let's see what they can do here. Stepped out for a loss, a big loss. About 6. 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 26-18 is your score.
And you don't, and one thing I see that I've seen this year either, you don't see a lot of fire across the way. You don't see a lot of emotion, and sometimes that does with a young team when they get behind on the road first time in a while.
Miller Gray in motion again. This time it's going to be an inside handoff to Graham Hinkett as he's going to try to break to the outside. Bulldozes his way shy of the 40 to about the 38 or 39. It's going to be a nice game. Of about, I don't see where they put the spot for our comment. It's going to be about halfway, so it'll be third and 5 with 5.3 seconds left.
Just don't have that enthusiasm and that pizzazz tonight from the orange and black.
Let's pull up Marshall to the right side. The quarterback Reeves under center. Lloyd is in the slot. Reeves is going to keep it himself, and he'll get pushed back. He got maybe 2, which would bring up 4th and about 3. Either way, that is where this third quarter, I don't see any penalties. That is where this third quarter will end. Cahokia 26, Mount Vernon 18. We'll come back with fourth quarter action for Brian Field. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois.
Hi, this is Joe Davey Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Here it is, fourth quarter. The Rams trail Cahokia 26-18 on the road. It'll be 4th and 2 for the Rams. The ball is on their own 40-yard line. It'll be on the near spot as the Rams will go right to the left here in the fourth. Marshall will be split off to the right side. Split off to the left, it'll be Doug Gardner. He's supposed to be tight. Now he comes back in. Wingbacks are stacked. Good job by Mr. Lloyd. And now
Mount Vernon jumps. They were going to run the play. They get the other team to jump off sides, and one of the Rams closest moved. And now face an even longer task, try to get a first down.
Second time tonight, the Rams have tried the hard count to get Cahokia offside. They've jumped themselves, and each time it's been your tight. Split one way and then tight the other, and that's the way it's been. And it's not the way it's going to get it done, and now the Rams will punt. Our correspondent found another game. 26-18 your score, and Cahokia's going to get the football back. Nice rush, but a good punt by Dylan Reeves. This one's going to be past the 30, but it'll take a Cahokia hard bounce. Now a Ram bounce back past to about the 28, where Cahokia will have it 1st and 10. Good punt by Dylan Reeves.
That was good. That got you some field position to play with, and 1 second punt. Okey-dokey.
Rim Lake College, of course, can save you thousands on your college education. See which of the more than 100 degree and certificate programs is right for you at rlc.edu, and while you're there, apply online. See what happens here. Fourth quarter action. 11:59 on the clock. 26-18 is your score. Cahokia hanging on, looking to get improved at 3-1 in the conference. All 3 of their wins will have been in conference play. If they can hang on here in the fourth quarter. Under center is not going to matter because it's going to be a handoff coming to the near side for Keenan Hogan. He's going to be brought down for about a no gain, maybe a loss of 1. That was a good team tackle there for Mount Vernon. As Session is, of course, the quarterback who handed it off to Young, trying to break to the right side.
I'll call back up 35-28, a close one.
It is just amazing, the games this year in the conference, especially Cahokia. Cahokia beats Marion. Now, loses to Carbondale, but beats Centralia. So, there you go. Can they beat the Rams? 11:22 to play in the fourth quarter. Session will be the quarterback under center. Double tight. Let's see what the Rams do as they start to stack.
Yeah, Cahokia is going to run the clock down to the last second. They're going to watch the back judge. Terry counts with 5, 4.
That's going to be a handoff. Hogan trying to cover the left side using their power back. As he dives past the 35 and lunges to about the 36, that will be a gain.
This has got the potential to be slow and painful for Mount Vernon if they don't get stopped.
The Ram team that played Cahokia tough last or 2 years ago here.
The same kind of scenario, isn't it?
And yeah, they just kind of broke away in the second half. This has kind of been a breakaway in the first half, and kept it close throughout the third quarter, and then toward the end, Cahokia punches it in. So we'll see what happens here. The Comanches, of course, with the quarterback Session under center. 10:26 to play in the third. Ball in the near hash at the Cahokia 36. Cahokia goes left to right. This is going to be an inside handoff, and Rams will sniff it out. A big wall there, and that'll make it fourth down at about 2.
And Cahokia's got some decisions to make. You're close enough to kind of go for it, but if you do, you give Mount Vernon field position. I believe you have to just almost take care of business and put this football away and play field position.
And they're going to go ahead and give Cahokia the first down on a generous spot. Wow. 10:03 to play in the third quarter.
And Cahokia gets a break and will take advantage.
Wow. 9:58 to play in the fourth quarter. Rams trailing 26-18. Session will remain under center. Ice set, split to the right side. See what they do here, up 8, 26-18. Comanches on top, content with the running clock as much as possible. As it'll dip to 9:38. It's going to be pitched to Hogan on first down, and he's going to break off the tackle and rush to the outside. He's on the sideline, will be pushed out by DeMontez Miller-Gray at about the 42. And so that will be a gain of 22 yards.
Yeah, and you can start seeing some heads hang and some parts dragging across the way.
The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, of course, are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Great time to be a Farm Bureau member at Ford Square. If you trade in a Ford Ranger 95 or newer, you get a great deal on a 2013 Ford F-150 4x2.
They were looking pretty sharp yesterday on my annual visit for service of my vehicle at Ford Square.
9:29 to play in the fourth. It's going to be a nice little handoff coming to number 8. Lions, who tried to break to the outside and got there, but got inside the 30, down to about the 27. First down yardage for the Comanches, up 8, 26-18 here in the fourth.
Another first down. Another run. Man, oh man, Effingham losing, so don't plan on that. 46-14 to Mattoon, or Mattoon.
Or Matt, according to the weather radio. Exactly. So 9:23 remains here in the fourth quarter. 26-18 your score. Session will be the quarterback under center. Hogan will be the tailback. It's going to be an inside handoff for the Comanches, and that is a different fact. He was down.
Yep, he was down.
And even if he wasn't, he will be with 9:15 to go.
Benton right now has kicked 2 field goals. We've gotten word that Spike Bunton has went down with an injury. I think he's out.
He had just come back.
Yeah. So Benton struggling. They're trying to get to 5-6 wins.
8:45 to play in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 4 for Cahokia. They're on the Rams. 22-yard line on the near hash. Up 8, it's 26-18. be a handoff to Mr. Lyons. He spins his way past the 20 down to about the 18-yard line for a gain of 4. That'll be dangerously close to a first down.
How about this? Speaking of this, Civic Memorial leads Mascoutah 28-14. Wow. 12-point loss for Mount Vernon in this case.
That is the rate this is going. You pick one up here.
Well, you do replace that, but, you still need 5.
Wow. That's why I think it'll leave a sour taste in the mouth of Tom, depending on how it ends up. 8:20 to play in the fourth quarter, 26-18 Comanches. Ball on the Mount Vernon 17 on the near hash. Comanches are killing the clock, killing time here with 8 minutes to play. This is going to be a quarterback keeper, and Session rolls his way through. That's a good effort by Doug Gardner to bring him down, but went high and almost paid for it as he gets to about the 10, about the 7.
Quarterback had the duck to his head. It would have been gone to the races. He had open time.
7:38 to play here in the fourth quarter. Second and 10. Second and 3 for the Comanches. On the near hash, it's going to be a handoff to Hogan, the tailback, as he breaks between the gap and gets inside the 5 to about the 3. Either way, a first and goal scenario now for Cahokia. 7:21 to play in the fourth quarter. Looking to extend their lead.
Yeah. I think the extension of the lead is coming. Because Mount Vernon right now is not doing anything to stop a drive that started on their own 28. This is the 10th play of the drive right here for the Comanche.
7:17 to play in the fourth quarter. Under center, the quarterback Session. Go to Hogan again, get him that touchdown as he's going to roll easily. For a 3-yard scamper, and that's going to make it 32-18.
Yeah.
Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Member FDIC. Community First Bank is the official voice of high school sports with WMIX Sports. PAT. Let's see what happens here with number 54, Reggie Wilson. Kick is up, and that's going to be more of a line drive this time, and it splits the uprights to make it 33-18. Comanches are up 2 possessions with just 7:09 left to go in fourth quarter action here for Bryant Field in Cahokia. Glad you could join us tonight here on WMIX. Video at WMIXsports.com. I remind you, next week, no video. Video blackout at Centralia High School, so thus it'll be audio only on WMIXsports.com. 6:30 your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff next week from Evers Field in Centralia as the Rams will wrap up South 7 Conference play with the back-to-back South 7 champions. They shared it with Marion back in 2011. Won it outright last year. On one that we initially thought after the first week of conference play could be a possible conference championship game. Yep. And now we saw after that first week into the second just how wrong we were.
Well, at this point, 2 scores is not impossible, but it is a case of uphill climb for Mount Vernon if they want to get back into this, and it makes it a very formidable week, the next 2 weeks, for Mount Vernon to try to get in.
Amen. Wilson is, of course, on to the kickoff. This is going to be C.J. Lloyd to pick it up, trying to break between the hashes, as he's going to be tripped up at about the 32, down to about the 35-36 on a nice return by the Rams. 7:03 to play in the fourth quarter, 33-18, Cahokia on top. Not insurmountable by any means, but the Rams are going to have to kick it in high gear if they want to make anything happen.
Yeah.
They've not scored here in the second half.
I think a lot of credit to Cahokia.
Oh, definitely.
Because of the way they have played, the way they have done things tonight. Coach Galladay had a game plan, an idea, and he and his staff have got his players ready to go. Cahokia is looking to make something go here.
Orlando Watson will split the left side. On the right, it'll be Jacoby Marshall. He of the orange sleeve variety. Reeves looking to pass. He's looking for Orlando Watson, and that was almost picked off on a good dive by, looks like Stacy Miner.
Old friend from the King City listening in down in Tennessee.
Nice.
Mr. Greg Hampton.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate that very, very much.
That's Centralia High School does not allow video streaming on their premises. No, we gladly abide by it. They've always been, this administration has been very good to us. Can't complain. Watson split left on the right. It's going to be Marshall. Under center, it's Clayton for Dylan Reeves. Pardon me. As this is going to go up the right side. C.J. Lloyd somehow split away from the defense. Found his seam up the right side. Pass to far hash side midfield down to 49. That'll be a gain of 13. C.J. Lloyd trying to put some life in this Ram off.
I think what you got to do is you got to have 2 or 3 plays, couple plays called each time. Get to the huddle and then see what happens. Because right now you've got to get something going.
One great play by C.J. Lloyd. Make your own good play when you open a Community First Bank free high-yield checking account that earns cash back. Just ask for one. Member FDIC. Here is about 6:43 to play in the fourth. The Rams have it 1st and 10 from their own 49. It's going to be C.J. trying to get to the outside. Goes to the right sideline. Pass midfield down to about the 48. That'll be a gain of about 3. Bring up second and roughly 7, depending upon the spot. Twitterverse is ablaze. Follow us at WMIX Sports. Yeah. As Centralia trails Marion now 36-7. And if you're a Rams fan and see these Centralia scores as a late, knowing that they're without Matisse Scott, not sure if it's out for the year, just week to week. More on this point. 2nd and 7. As Lloyd was in motion, Reeves has the football. He's going to have to run for his life. He'll sling it away, and it was almost picked off, but yet Miller Gray almost came back to get it. As it falls incomplete, it'll be 3rd and 7, finishing that point. Yeah. If you're a Rams fan and see these scores, with or without Matisse Scott, you can't assume that's how it's going to happen next week, because Rams fans who have seen 1-8 Mount Vernon and 0-9 Mount Vernon teams almost knock off Centralia.
Yeah, you can't assume anything, and then it becomes must win next week. Centralia's going to be fighting for their lives too, and then you got Mount Carmel. It's not a gimme.
Lloyd will be in motion, and it's going to be a counterplay again. So Montez Miller Gray short of a first down as he ran between the hashes, past the 45 down to about the 42. It'll be 4th and short for the Rams here as we drop below the 6-minute mark.
As the clock becomes the friend of the Cahokia Comanches right now.
4th and 1 for the Rams. There's going to be a quarterback keeper for Reeves. He gets the first down. Between the hashes and up the gut goes Dylan Reeves. He gets past the 40 inside about the C.J. Lloyd is down. That's not good.
No.
Well, heavens to Murgatroyd.
Heard that one in a while. Rot-row.
If you're looking for an award to recognize an individual, team, or other accomplishment, check out Winning Edge's fashionable line of plaques, trophies, medallions, glass, and acrylics. Visit winningedgeusa.com. Well, Gary Hammond, the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois, one of our Rams sponsors. She's who takes care of your Rams.
Well, we give you some updates.
Do that.
It's Benton over Massac 25-14, 4th. Murphy and Harrisburg are tied at 20 in the 4th. It is AJ over DuQuoin 36-15 late. National over Pinckneyville into 3, 45-38. Carterville over Sparta late 3rd, 45-8. Henco loses to CZR 47-14. Sassafras loses to Fairfield 28-6.
There you go. Those scores are presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. Let Tony help you with all of your insurance needs, your family too. Find Tony in his office. Give him a call. Maybe stop by TonyWilt.com, his virtual office. Or I like to call it his mobile business card. The white State Farm Jeep, you can find it about town. Tony'd love to help you regardless of where he might be. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I guess that's the prime definition. 33-18 here. Cahokia on top. 6 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Clock will start. Rams have it 1st and 10. From the Comanche 37, inside handoff, Graham Hicken. He's going to try to break for a run. He's trying to split the tackle to the 20. He's at the 15, 10. They catch him at the 5. Dives into about the 3. He was up the gut that time on a heck of a run by Graham Hicken that started at the 37. We'll see where the spot is to figure that run, but it's up to 30-yard plus variety.
32-yard run on that first down. Mount Vernon could score, possibly, and then, of course, go for the onside kick.
34 yards. Down at the 3. So Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Graham Hicken on the big run. This time it's going to be an inside handoff to Graham. Let him finish what he started. So he gets inside the 3 at about the 2, maybe the 1. It'll be second and goal now for the Rams. The clock will drop to the 5:45 mark, trailing 33-18 here in the fourth quarter. Somebody else picked up the Heavens to Murgatroyd reference and brought back an egads even. I forget who used to say that.
Vernon's got to get going here. Got to score quickly, and then the onside kick will be coming.
Second and goal for the Rams. They're going to say the 2 with 5:25 to go, and Reeves is going to dial his own number, but does he get in? One official said yes, the other one doesn't care, so it's going to be 33-24. We'll go with that one. The Rams trying to make it interesting here in the fourth quarter. 5:17 to play. A Comanche team that really needs this one and then needs next week, and we'll see how the Southside Conference handles that. There's technically no tiebreaker.
Yeah, one tie, y'all tie.
So really, what you could do, as the kick will be up and nowhere near good, unfortunately, as that one's partially tipped.
Now you're down 33.
Now it's still a two-possession game.
Two-possession game now.
33-24 in the fourth quarter. 5:17 to play. As the Comanches will have the football again, and the Rams, you would have to assume, are... No, I'm going to go stricter. Here's the thing with the Southside Conference race. So it ends up with Cahokia and Marion both at 4-1, and technically no head-to-head tiebreaker. We learned that in 2011 with Centralia and Marion. It becomes kind of an instance where Marion, if they have their 5 wins of the playoff points, the conference could designate Cahokia as their conference champion and their representative to get them in. Yep.
The River uses a point system based on scores, 10, 10, and 10. Win by 10 or more, you get... If you win by 10 or more, you get 10 points, or the point total. Lose by 10 or less, you get that point. And it works to break that tie, so you have the champion of the conference.
So we'll see how it's handled. Of course, still a lot of game here, and one more week next week. We'll see how it all shakes out. The Rams, of course, are going to go for the onside kick, and it'll be a beauty, but that was great hands there on the left side by the Comanches and past that field at 48.
Did a good job of getting in there and taking care of that, but unfortunately, Cahokia gets the football with 5:13 to go up 9.
It'll be first and 10 for Cahokia. 5:13 to play in the fourth quarter. 33-24 is your score. It's a two-possession game for the Rams. They trail by 9. Comanches have good field position here as the onside kick didn't quite work out.
No.
See what the Comanches are able to do. Possession, the quarterback will be under center. Plenty of time to work with and a lot of time to kill. It'll be Hogan, and he was almost tripped up, and there's going to be a flag on the play.
I'll tell you what it is. Usually an area of holding where that flag runs in at the line of scrimmage. Could be a face mask if it's there on the tackle. It's hold on Cahokia. So Mount Vernon will take that penalty, I'm sure. First penalty on Cahokia since the first quarter.
Very disciplined Cahokia team. Looking for 3-1 in the conference if they can hang on. The Rams, of course, trying to avoid 2-2.
Rochester gives Mount Vernon a point. They beat Springfield Southeast tonight, 49-22. I know that's a shock.
This will go back 10 from the spot. It'll be first and long now for the Comanches. 5:08 to play here in the fourth quarter. Rams are trailing 33-24. Centralia next week on the road, 6:30 your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff. WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Rams trying to get that fifth win to try to get into the postseason. Quarterback session under center. Rams will stack the box. It's going to be Hogan coming to the near side. That's the right side. If you're standing from behind, gets to the 40 now. Cuts back 45 midfield. Off the race. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. It's still a great try to catch them. They'll not be on Sportsmanlike or a late hit because, you've got to be kidding me.
60
flag comes in at 10. If that's a late hit, how can it be? Because he started the tackle outside of the goal line and finished it in the end zone. We'll wait to see what the call is.
60-yard touchdown run.
Yes, it is.
By Hogan. Again, missed tackles, Chris. Can't have those missed tackles going on with 4:53 to go in the game.
It is 39-24. Cahokia on top with the touchdown on a big run by Keenan Hogan. 62. Yep, let me ask you this. When you start the tackle outside of the end zone and you roll him up as he's into the end zone, how is that a horsepower?
Well, it is not the one. You start the tackle before the penalty. Tackle is low. But even if you tackle low and even if you grab late, it's still continuation of the play. You still are considered tackler.
Very well.
So that's why that was called the way it was.
Well, appreciate the explanation. 4:53 to go. It's 39-24. The Comanches looking for the PAT. And they're going to do a nice little shovel here. Can they get in the end zone for 2? And that was a brilliant play drawn up, of course, by Coach Galladay. It doesn't quite work out as the 2-point will be no good, but good play, good dump off, good shovel by McClatchery, the sophomore on the play, but just doesn't quite work out. So it's back to a 15-point game, 39-24. And this is a good Comanche team. Yep. Exactly what we expected.
Yeah, it's a shame because, Mount Vernon, boy, you just feel like they're losing an opportunity here tonight. That's the problem. Harrisburg up on Murphy late, 27-20. Bulldogs trying to hang around, went on homecoming night. Heron wins big against Frankfurt, 63-19. The Tigers finding their way back into the world. It's 39-24 Cahokia. Did start off well tonight. In fact, Mount Vernon led once 12-7. After that, it has been all Comanche.
Only, of course, enforced after the kickoff. Or before the kickoff. After the PAT, before the kickoff.
Yeah, flicked on the penalty.
Comanches, of course, in turn, kickoff from the Ram 45. 39-24 is your score. The Rams trailing Cahokia here on the road. They return home in Week 9 to battle the Mount Carmel Golden Aces. We will have video for that one. WMIXsports.com. That'll be 2 weeks from tonight. Swimming and Lady Rams volleyball coming your way. We'll have video on Tuesday night as the Lady Rams travel to Marion in volleyball action. That'll be good eating for. 4:53 left. Here comes the kick, and that is going to be picked up at about the 6. Will be Jacoby Marshall. Between the hashes, looking to cut. Not going to get much out of a good wall there by the Comanches. Brought down at about the 20 or so just as good as a touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams with about 4:45 left to go. Trailing 39-24. Greedy First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX. 5 Jersey County branches. A responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Greedy First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Bank. Member FDIC. See what the Rams are able to do.
Well, got to go quick. Got to have a couple plays called each time. Got to move quickly. Got to get out of bounds when you can. Got to get first down, stop the clock when you can.
Quarterback Dylan Reeves under center. Split the left side Gardner. On the right is Jacoby Marshall. In motion is going to be Miller Gray. And this is going to be...
Well, they took the handoff and ran with it. Well, like Reeves wanted it back.
I couldn't get it back. And ran with the quarterback Reeves and go.
Right, because he couldn't get his hand out of there. Reeves had to go with it. His hand was stuck in a cookie jar.
Waved the hand as he got out of the damage, and it's going to be second and about 8 on the gain of 2. Reeves looking for the quick pass, and this will be, complete to Jacoby Marshall as he breaks the tackle up the sideline. He goes diving at the 40. He's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 17 on the quick strike, unofficially. 4:18 to play in the quarter. Fourth quarter action for Brian Field and Cahokia. 39-24 is the Comanche lead. What's so great about this game of football when you really think about it, especially in the South 7 Conference race like we have right now in 2013. 4:18 to go. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Ball spotted on the far hash, 39-yard line in their own territory. But to the left, it'll be Gardner. On the right, it's Marshall. Double wingback set for the junior, Dylan Reeves. In motion, it's DeMontez. This is going to be an inside handoff. Looks like Graham Hinkin gets the ball still in his feet. He's busted toward midfield. Somehow between the hashes got away. Whistle never blew, and so he gets to midfield. That's going to be a gain of 11. That'll be another Ram first down. Wow. You take that if you're Mount Vernon. Unbelievable. Harrisburg, a big win over Murphy. As Reeves is looking to pass, fade route over that far side. Marshall goes over to the defender, can't come up with it. As at about the 25-yard line where it fell incomplete. Was running a sideline route. Lob pass. A little bit of a fade. The ball's incomplete with 3:58 to play.
You're forced to put the ball in the air. I mean, you're going to have to. I mean, there's just not enough time left to run the football the way you want to.
Right side, Jacoby Marshall. On the left will be Doug Gardner with a noticeable limp. Under center is the junior quarterback, Reeves. Double wingback set. Fullback is going to be Hick, and this is going to be C.J. Lloyd on a counter to the hyphen, and he's going to be brought down to 49. Supposed to be a gain of roughly 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. The Rams are going to force the timeout here. It's going to be, and it's going to be 3rd and 9. So 39-24 is your score as time stops here in the 4th quarter. Cahokia on top. Rams trying to do their best to threaten. Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and his staff support the Rams as well as the local community. The Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. What a game here in Cahokia.
It's been one that Mount Vernon, even looking back tonight on the way home, it'll be a long ride home. We'll go, what could have been? And you think in a couple of weeks, if for some reason Mount Vernon can't win one of the last two, you could look back and go, what could have been?
I know it'll be a milkshake ride home. Yeah. Can't go to that one, though. I don't think we're allowed back.
No, we have to break it that way
for that, yeah. Well, this was Cahokia's conference for about 93 until Altop joined in 2000. Been back and forth by them for many years. Kerry Martin to Marion, Dan Mings back in Mount Vernon.
Yeah,
they start to get on the action.
Mentioned Marion, they're up 50-7 on Centralia.
And Ray Collin and Centralia up until this year, of course, had a stranglehold in 11-12. C.J. Lloyd on the carry. From left to right, breaks to the outside, trying to get out of bounds to 45. It'll be a gain of about 3. It'll bring up 4th, and I'm going to go ahead and label it 5. Speedy First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams, as well as the WMIX Sports Basketball Showcase. Unbelievable. We appreciate it. This is going to be a quick strike. It'll be to Doug Gardner left, completed about the 40, trying to fight for position. Gets down to about the 35. On 4th down, that's going to be a gain of about 10. It'll bring up first down for the Rams. The clock will stop at the first down. The markers to move.
That was a pass, right? Complete pass?
Yeah.
I haven't seen a pass complete in a while.
That's why I asked. To Doug Gardner. Rams have it at about the 35. More like the 36 on the near side. Reeves, the quarterback, looking for a quick connect. It'll be again to the right side. Jacoby Marshall will dive for an extra yard. That's going to be a gain of about 8 through the air. As the Rams are going to get it going, the 3 minutes left. 39-24, Cahokia on top. The Rams need a couple of scores, down 15. You actually have to capitalize on the point after. Reeves, the quarterback. The man in motion is Lloyd. It's going to be a run to keep it honest. Graham Hickett is going to be rushed ahead. He'll have first down yards. They got pushed ahead to the 15. The defense helped him. Good run by Graham Hickett.
Yep. Another first down. They keep things going at least.
Keep getting all these Twitter updates because I have multiple Twitter accounts on my phone. More on that after this play. And it's going to be an inside handoff to Graham, trying to go off tackle up the right side on 1st and 10 to the 16 with 2:38. Not going to get much on it. I have multiple company accounts on my phone. I keep seeing these tweets from some outfit called @WMIX Sports. I think I should follow them on Twitter if I don't already. But the score's out tonight at WMIX Sports on Twitter. Please give us a follow should you want to. If you like high school sports, you like to stay up to date, we're the people to follow. I say we. Party laughs behind that. 39-24 the score. Timeout. Brought to you by the Medicine Shop. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams. And the local community. Hard to believe it's Fall Fest weekend next weekend. Withers Broadcasting is proud to be a major sponsor of this year's Mount Vernon Fall Festival.
Well, finals from around Southern Illinois. Harrisburg over Murphy, 27-20. Heron over Frankfort, 63-19. AJ over DuQuoin, 36-15. Pinckneyville's leading Nashville third quarter, 45-38. CZR beat Hamilton County, 47-14. Fairfield over SBW, 28-6. Rochester beat Springfield Southeast 49-22, and Marion leads Centralia 50-7 late. Altop leads Carbondale 41-36 with about 7 to go over to our east.
Unbelievable. Quarterback out of the shotgun, leg up for Reeves. He's looking for the quick pass. This will be Doug Gardner on a play across the middle. He leans into the end zone. So he's going to have to dive. He broke free finally with 2:27 left. It's 39-30.
Little 12-yard touchdown pass. That was nice to have. Gets a little bit closer. And now Mount Vernon's got to make some hay quick.
Yes, sir. 39-30, about 2:27 left in the ball game. But has to get the onside kick to have a chance. Not very many successful opportunities for the Rams. They're going to go for two here. Reeves, the quarterback, under center. Pitch is going to be to C.J. Lloyd. He's going to have to find a seam. And what do you know? For the first time tonight, the Rams get in. So make it 39-32. You add up the rest of them, and this is a closer ball game. Yeah, of course, you add up the hold that cost the Rams the touchdown earlier. It's a different ball game.
Well, whatever it is, you're back to within 7 points, so it really doesn't matter.
Of course, then you have the play where Cahokia should have scored before the half.
Yeah.
They could have gotten it.
Well, onside kick or go home. That's what it amounts to now.
Crucial kickoff coming up for the Rams. 2:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. 39-32. Cahokia on top. Get you some more Tony Wilkes scoreboard updates. They'll be coming at you all night.
Benton holds off to beat Massac 25-22.
Nice.
They survive another week.
Tony Wilkes, State Farm Insurance. Rams Athletics, of course, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We're at the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. We're owned by Ford Square. Streaming is powered by Red Lake College. We'll have the Schmitz Relay postgame show coming up. Rams talk it over on the sideline. 2:27 to play. Can the unthinkable happen? Going to take a big break for these Rams. Hands will all come up front as Dylan Reeves will attempt to kick off. It's into the ground, going to be a bit of a squibber, and that is a good job by Cahokia just past midfield to come up with it. About the 48-yard line will be first and 10 for the Comanches with 2:25 to go. Good hands there by Cahokia. Yep. I would give anything to be able to read their uniforms. I think that's Sherlock.
Well, another one went by the boards. Chester beats Eldorado Tricolor, 55-0. They roll up a double nickel. So the Black Diamond is in the books.
We'll have a scoreboard update at some point tonight on WMIXSports.com. 2:25 to play here. Cahokia's going to do their best to run the time off the clock. Session under center out of the eye. And this is going to be a handoff. Ooh, and a nice one to number 8, of course, Siren Lyons, who gets to the near sideline, pulled down finally. Yep, by the Rams. That was Miles Tate on the tackle. And about the Mount Vernon 42. Rams left, take a timeout. Timeout's powered by the medicine shop of Mount Vernon. We appreciate Dr. Eric Black and staff for supporting Rams Athletics.
Marion final beats Centralia 50-7.
Unbelievable.
Marion's hot. Carbondale's struggling. They could win that one, and Marion has Normandy, Missouri at the end. Marion Wildcats have turned themselves around. You have to think the overtime win at Mount Vernon did the number.
How about this crazy game, Nashville-Pinckneyville? 2:06 left. Nashville on top, 46-45. Unbelievable. Crazy all over the place in some cases. Here it is 39-32. Cahokia on top of the Rams. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Comanches. Ball beyond the near hash of the Mount Vernon 22-yard line with 2:11 to go out of the timeout. Session, the quarterback. The backs are going to be Keenan Hogan, Tyron Lyons, and another back in the backfield. Of course, quarterback Session. The Rams are going to stack a little bit here. 2:11 to go, fourth quarter. 2nd and 1 for the Comanches. The way they've run the football tonight, you get the impression this one might not be too big of an issue. It's going to be quarterback keeper Session. Breaks to the middle. He's going to break away to the far side. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown. Wow. 42 yards. Wow. So I'll make it 45-32.
No defense tonight. They have had an answer for everything.
Comanches on top, 45-32 with 2:02 left to go in the ballgame.
Guess what?
What? Twitter timeout?
I'm in Twitter timeout. I was doing so well, just kind of behaving myself for a while. And they put me in the house. Just down that baby.
And this will be fumbled on the snap, but it'll be brought down. Will be the kicker. People want to call him Russell Wilson. It's Reggie Wilson. He's brought down at about the 20. So, BAT is no good. 45-32. The Rams up, trailing, however, by 2 touchdowns. Cahokia up 45-32. 2:02 left to go. On the road at Centralia next week. Before we get to that, we'll have Lady Rams volleyball on Tuesday at Marion. As the Lady Rams battle the Wildcats, we'll have video for you at WMIX.com. Of course, we'll always have it on your radio. As the Rams get the football back, 2:02 left to play, but down a pair of touchdowns.
Tough. Yes. At Giants J, yes we are.
What's that?
Twitter JL. Yeah. I tried to be a good boy. And it's got me.
.202 left to go in the ballgame. 45-32 Comanches on top. Rams will send them on Montez, Miller Gray, and Jacoby Marshall out there to return at about the 15. Marshall the far. On the near side is Montez. As we wait the Comanche kickoff. Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. 8:08 until 10 o'clock on AMI 40 and WMIXsports.com after the 8 o'clock news. Moving kickoff on the far side, about the 15. It'll be Jacoby Marshall. Now trying to cut to the near side, almost brought down 20. Slipped one tackle, couldn't evade the other. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 20-yard line with $1:55 left to go.
And it's a tough one to swallow. It makes for a long road trip home, you know it?
Hoping obstruction's not effective. With 1:55 left to go, Reeves, the quarterback under center, Lloyd in motion. Inside handoff's going to be to Graham Hickett as he tries to get to the far hash. Cuts back at about the 35, at about the 36 is where he'll tumble. So a gain of about 5 or 6. Going to be second about halfway for the Rams here as we'll drop at the 2-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Trailing 45-32, a valiant effort by the Rams. You kind of got the impression from the rhythm of the get-go. This is going to be Cahokia the pair. Reeves out of shotgun now, looking left, looking right, over the middle, over the top, and that one's going to be partially tipped. Good play over the top by the Comanches defense, and it'll stop the clock with 1:25. 3rd and 5 for the Rams. After the incomplete pass, they were looking for Lloyd over the top. One minute, 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Football action continues next week. The Rams head to Centralia. Audio only at WMIXsports.com. Inside handoff, Hemkin. Looks like he tried to bulldoze some. He was forced up. It'll bring up 4th down as he's shy of the 40, which is where the first down marker is. So it'll be on about the 41 and a half. It'll be 4th and short.
Well, at this point, it's pride as we're going under a minute.
And Reeves will get the first down on the keeper from where I sit. So that'll stop the clock and move the change with 58.6 seconds left. Elementary at this point. As Cahokia has a 45-32 lead here late in the fourth quarter. Rams football powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Of course, welcome back to Personal Banking. 5 Jefferson County branches, Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Of course, that new one checking account, high yield interest, totally free checking. Unbelievable. And this is going to be a play across the field on the far side. I, again, had an extension cord, coax, audio cable, and did not quite see what happened. It looked like somewhat of just a flip out there to the running back. It was C.J. Lloyd who got to the outside. Looking up first and 10. 47.76 left to go on the fourth quarter clock. Glad you could be here with us tonight. Jeff Crow brings you the video at WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd is back at the Mount Vernon studio. Chris Hugo. Danny Czerwinski is alongside of the shotgun. The quarterback Reeves on first and 10 from the 47. Deep downfield. This one's going to be picked off. Comanches are going to run it back at the 30. Now to the 35. Near side the 40. Get a nice block and brought down with authority at about the 45. Lucky no penalty. And that will wrap her up. So it's about 35.6 seconds. Carbondale leads 44-41 over Altop. Wow. With 2:47 left to go. So right now, with 35.6 seconds left, it's 45-32. The Comanches are going to improve to 3-4. They will be 3-1 in the South 7. Rams will fall to 4-3. They'll be 2-2 in the South 7. We don't know Carbondale Altop yet. One will be 1-3. One will be 2-2. Marion improves to 3-1 in the conference with a dismantling of the Centralia Orphans. Of course, we a quick pitch to the left side for Lyons. He looks to break and almost gets to midfield as he's brought down to about the 49. Clock will hit the 30-second mark here in the fourth. Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. We'll talk with Jared Shaner, Mount Vernon Rams football coach. We'll talk to Johnny House, especially Lear Waltonville Woodlawn. We'll have our WMIX sports correspondents on. We'll talk about Matt Marion's Centralia game. We'll talk about, a game from outside our normal focal point. We'll be glad to talk about some other games tomorrow. Our WMIX sports correspondents, John Shadowin and Todd Rushing, will join us tomorrow. We'll talk with Weber Trojans baseball coach and athletic director Sam Root. All coming up tomorrow. That's the finals, coach. He doesn't take the final play. 45-32 your final. The Cahokia Comanches get the win here tonight. We'll come back to the Spencer Relay postgame show. This is Rams football from WMIX Sports.
I'm meteorologist John Feark. Look at your next rad weather. Mostly clear for tonight, down to 53. Remember tomorrow, mostly sunny, nice and warm. The high up to 80. Mostly clear and mild tomorrow night, down to 56. Then Saturday, very warm with times of clouds and sunshine. An afternoon shower, thunderstorm. The high up to 82. And some sunshine for Sunday. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Fuel economy and technology could not be more affordable. Hi, Roy Schmidt Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. You will love the fuel economy with up to 38 miles per gallon on the 2013 Ford Focus. Or try the technology in the 2013 Ford Fusion. The available sync with My Ford Touch allows you to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road while you play your favorite music, control the climate, make phone calls, and receive turn-by-turn directions. Save up to $1,500 in customer cash or try 0% financing for up to 36 months on Focus and Fusion. Or for a party on wheels, how about the 2013 Ford Fiesta? With up to $2,500 in customer cash, you will find amazing savings on a Fiesta 4-door ready to get you 39 miles per gallon highway. Come see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or find their inventory online at fordsquare.com.
Did your bank recently stop offering free checking? People's National Bank still has a free checking with the added convenience of a Visa check card, online banking, bill pay, money pass, and mobile banking. Stop by People's National Bank located at 413 South 34th Street in Mount Vernon today for details on how to get your free checking account.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321 extension 1207 or visit rlc.edu.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. A final from Bryan Field in Cahokia. The Comanches defeat the Mount Vernon Rams 45-32. Cahokia is now 3-4 overall. They're 3-1 in the South 7 Conference. We'll tell you plenty more on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, online at SchmidtChevrolet.com. For sable service, any maker models. Take it there to Schmidt Chevrolet for all your service needs. Of course, we'll take a break, come back, get you caught up on all the info you need to know as the Comanches beat the Rams 45-32. This is the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show from WMIX Sports.
Friday Night Lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXsports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Attention all Medicare Part D pharmacy patients. The annual enrollment period begins October 15th and ends December 7th. And the Medicine Shop Pharmacy is ready to help you. Stop by or call to make an appointment with Eric Black or Tracy Adams. They'll review your current prescription plan and help you manage your Medicare dollars. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
What we offer to our patients is to sit down with them and answer questions that they may have about their medications, really with the end goal of being to maximize their dollars, because that's, after all, what patients really want. We'll take appointments, we'll sit down with them, take as long as it takes to help them choose a plan that is effective at meeting their needs.
Remember, the good folks at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy are never too busy to take care of you. They look forward to understanding your healthcare needs and will focus on keeping you well. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
To call to make an appointment, call 618-242-8776.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams football from WMIX Sports.
That's right. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. 3423 Broadway or SchmidtChevrolet.com, so we can peruse their inventory, of course. Rams fall here tonight on the road to Cahokia, 45-32. We need to run down the final numbers, of course. The Cahokia Comanches get a big win tonight. They're now 3-4 overall, 3-1 in the South 7 Conference. We'll get you your scores here. We'll take a break, get you your scoring, I should say here. I'm sorry. Don't mean to confuse you. Scoring and stats.
Stats go Mount Vernon unofficially, of course, 22 first down, 16 for Cahokia. Mount Vernon had 5 turnovers in the game, the 1 for Cahokia. Mount Vernon 6 penalties, 40 yards. Cahokia 2 for 20. The rushing department, Mount Vernon, both teams. Mount Vernon 450 yards rushing. Cahokia 475. Mount Vernon 43 yards passing, as that gives Mount Vernon 466, Cahokia 480. Final score tonight, Cahokia 45, Mount Vernon 32.
And the game it was, 45-32 is your final. The Comanches get the win here tonight. We'll take a break on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We'll come back, get you some scores from around the area. as well as a player of the game. This is Rams football powered by Community First Bank.
Rend Lake College and Southeastern Illinois College are teaming up to provide safe lane training for Southern Illinois. Safe lane training is for professionals in the oil and natural gas industry. RLC and SIC are offering this 8-hour safe lane course for only $95. Classes will be offered in Carmi, Harrisburg, Ina, McLeansboro, and Wayne City to start. Call 618-437-5321, extension 5804 for more information on safe lane training from Rend Lake College and Southeastern Illinois College.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
The 2014 Chevy Impala is a car like no other. It's a world-class car. And I tell you, Chevrolet really knocked it out of the ballpark with this car. The more we show it, the more we love it. Our customers love it. The design is beautiful. The interior is absolutely gorgeous. The ride and handling is like no other. And for the money, I don't think you can find a better buy out there right now.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is Mount Vernon Rams football, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com, your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Jeff Pro here with us. Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studios tonight. The Rams fall to the Comanches of Cahokia on the road, 45-32. The Rams drop now to 4-3 on the year. They are 2-2 in the South 7, while Cahokia improves to 3-4, 3-1 in the South 7 Conference. As on the Twitterverse, you'll find plenty of scores from around the area, and, of course, we're about to give them to you here now.
Working multiple electronic devices. Here we go. In the South 7, with 37 seconds to go, it is Althoff over Carbondale 48-44. Marion beats Centralia 50-7. Rochester beat Springfield Southeast 49-22. And Mount Carmel beat Vincennes, Indiana, 27-14. Mitten beat Massac, 25-22. Harrisburg over Murphy, 27-20. Heron over West Frankfort, 63-19. AJ over DuQuoin, 36-15. Pinckneyville beats Nashville, 53-46. It was TZR over Hamco, 47-14. Josh McKern of the Bearcats is going to be on the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow morning. Chester over Eldorado Trico, double nickel, nothing. And Fairfield beat SBW 28-6.
There you go. That's a quick look at your scores. Tonight, I thought in terms of a player of the game, of course, those scores are presented by Tony Welch, State Farm Insurance agent here in Mount Vernon. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Here on your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show, of course, players of the game, there's multiple avenues you could pursue, roads you could travel down. Demontez Miller-Gray had quite a bit of the offense, had some nice cuts, had a nice running game. C.J. Lloyd had some powerful explosiveness. Obviously, if you want to go running back course, you got to go to the line. The line did have some issues with the tough Cahokia defensive line, so I think tonight, you know, there's multiple avenues of basically you can pursue.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough game. I mean, this is not something we like to drive over here and do. I mean, I'm open for options. Anything can happen.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a difference maker, but something that really caught my eye was Dylan Reese, of course, went down clutching at his knee at one point in the game, and then instead of just trying to hobble off or whining about it or laying there, really showed his toughness tonight, I thought, in the situation as a jet is taking off from St. Louis Downtown Airport, here actually in Cahokia, figure that out. But I think Dylan Reese for that effort and tonight, and there's a lot of guys that got it out. Doug Gardner also got it out, a noticeable limp. So there you go. That's your player of the game tonight. Rams football, tough loss on the road here at Cahokia. We're back on the air Tuesday night. Lady Rams volleyball on the road to Marion. Of course, we'll be glad to have you with us for that. Watch it online at WMIXSports.com. We're traveling to Marion to root on the Lady Rams. We're listening to it on your radio. We're back with football action on Friday as the Rams travel to Centralia. 6:30 is your pregame audio only at WMIXSports.com. And then, of course, there's the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. We hope you'll join us after the 8 o'clock news here on AM 940. You know, see the trend, WMIXSports.com. For Danny Czerwinski, of course, for Jeff Crow, for Quentin Lloyd back at the Mount Vernon studio. For everyone at WMIX Sports and Withers Broadcasting, thank you for taking the time to support athletics on the radio for the Mount Vernon Rams. Though they fall here tonight at Cahokia, 45-32. I'm Chris Hugo. Good night.
You've been listening to Mount Vernon Rams football on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Rams football is sponsored by Community First Bank of the Heartland, Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams football has also been sponsored by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Ren Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Van Terra Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports. Or log on to WMIXSports.com. Now back to America's best music on AM 940 WMIX.